Welcome back to PARANORMASIGHT, everyone. I am here though with Zach as well.
Okay. So
I'm excited.
that's that's right. I was just about to get into a little bit of a recap. Uh Apparently, by the way, because God, what was there? Skeletor, the person who showed up. Yeah, the person who's on my follower
Yeah.
list over there. Skeletor showed up during yesterday's stream and sent sent me a video that was just like the song from last night's stream that I really liked. You know, the like really upbeat like detective song or whatever.
Hmm.
And in the comments of that song, I don't know if it's really a spoiler per se or if it's just somebody's interpretation, but it was like the number one rated comment on this like semi
Song.
obscure video where it's like, yeah, the game Paranormasight pitches itself as being a horror game for quite a while, but then there's a turning point and the entire game turns into a really interesting cop drama mystery game
Ooh, I
instead.
told you we're gonna be going with these guys. These are our main duo now.
And I'm like, straight up, that sounds fucking sick,
Does that
dude.
sick? I agree.
uh,
Gouge his eyes!
Hello, Mikey. Welcome to stream. Welcome to a Sunday. Do you ever show up on Sundays? I don't think you do normally, but hello. Um,
Sometimes.
Sometimes, but yeah. So that was that. I think we're all set to go, right? There's
Are you
nothing that
watching
we
your own
really need to catch
stream?
up on.
Are you watching my
Sorry.
stream? Have you pulled up the streams that you want to be watching?
Oh, you're right. I'm not watching either stream. All right. So I got to bring mine up and then specifically shut Saba's down.
True.
Give me a second. I had to report you for
She
obscene character.
is not
uh,
obscene.
oh, no, it's fine. All right. There we go. Sorry, I just want to clear this notification real quick.
Because
Perfect.
imagine if we actually go about this to where we just follow these guys and try to get all of the
I
talismans
don't
from
think that the
everyone.
game is just going to be them for the rest. I do think that
No,
we're
no,
going to go
no.
back
Yeah.
to Haraway and Yako. But me personally, I think that this chapter 3, is the one that I give a shit about now. All right, Saba, take it away.
Okay. What do you think, boss? Should we lock him up?
I haven't even touched you. You can't consider that assault of a police officer. I only tried to use my psychic attack to murder you.
You
That's not
think you
fair.
can?
Let him go. All we need is his stone. How could this happen? My right of resurrection. Give it up. The right was too good to be true from the start. I don't know what happened to you, but you'd be better off mourning whoever you lost the right way. Now get out of here. Damn it.
I wonder
With
why,
my
like,
elf ears.
I don't know if he believes it or not. Because I thought throughout the interaction of what he witnessed, they were like, oh, the right isn't real. But it's like, we're not really. Why not push that narrative harder, you know? That the right
Who? In
isn't
terms
real.
of the game or in terms of Tetsuo?
Tetsuo. To like,
I don't think that. I don't. Well, okay, so think of it this way, right? We know that the right is a lie because we are Tetsuo, right? And we know, and like the memory of the Evergreen Beach is correct, or at least according to the ghost, it's correct, right? So we know that we know that the right of resurrection is a lie. But if, I don't know, your husband died and you were told, hey, here's this ritual you can do that can bring your husband back. And then this old ass detective was like, by the way, that's a lie. You should give up and be sad forever.
no, it's like, that's a
I'm
lie.
sure that
If
would
you
go
pursue it, you're gonna die. Like, something like that, you know?
right, but it's the same thing. Like, why would they ever, like, regardless of what you say, why would they ever believe you? You're just a random guy.
Okay, I get that, but it's like, I think it's a little bit stronger than it's too good to be true anyway. You should just let it go.
I guess that's true. I guess well, that's the thing. I don't think he knows that it kills you. I think he just knows that it's a lie. We know that it kills you because you remember the thing that happened at the end of OKA's chapter 1.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is true. Phew, that was a close one, huh, boss? We'd probably be dead if we had activated his curse.
Yeah. I'm not sure what, but something stopped his curse from. Ugh, what the fuck? He didn't move!
Boss, are you okay? Does having another curse stone hurt?
Yeah.
Oh,
The curse from
shoot.
this one is flowing into me too. Holy shit! Is it really gonna be a thing where he has like a million different ways to curse people?
Oh no.
I saw what activates the curse of the Foot-Watching Mansion, and the resentful memories bound to it. That's so weird though, because we didn't see anything.
Yeah, I don't know if they're just skipping it just to kind of bypass things and kind of hurry it along.
Just so that way we don't have to sit there 7 times and see it each time or whatever. I guess that's fair. Because, I mean, straight up, my thought was, what if he's lying right now? But I don't know.
Well, why would he want to lie in this case, at least?
I don't know. I'm just saying, it's a little weird that we haven't seen anything, is all.
Mm-hmm.
I always thought this one was one of the stranger 7 mysteries. Now I know why. This sure is something.
What did you see?
Let's save that for later. All you need to know for now is that it's a particularly powerful curse. We're lucky we took it from him quickly.
Do you think it updated the files? Phew.
It would have now. There you go.
Okay,
all
let's see.
Da.
Kills by crushing one who hears the command
Who
wash?
hears the command wash? Because remember, that's what it said in the thing. Because in the actual thing, see, wash it commanded.
But it said like it's not like we heard that within the noise, the psychic noise.
The first time we died,
yeah.
no. A resentful memory. Feel free to take it away, I guess.
She was an accomplished onmyoji. Alas,
that's like a sorcerer.
Yeah.
Just to remind everybody.
Alas, she did not use her talents for the good of the world or the people, but for her own selfish pursuit of beauty. After a fierce battle, the woman dragged herself through the streets. It was like something had gnawed away at her body. Will I die? I've already obtained what I needed, as long as I have this. Suddenly, a terrible realization dawned on her. Her legs wouldn't move. She fell to the ground. What was happening? Surprised, she looked down. Her foot, once so beautiful and delicate, had grown ulcerated and rotten. Ew. He got her. She was on the verge of death and covered in filth to boot. Crawling to a nearby house, her breath caught in her throat. The curious residents opened up, but recoiled from what they saw. My foot is so filthy. Someone please quickly. The woman expired while mumbling something unintelligible, and so ended the life of a woman consumed by evil. So
this is... I think that this is like a rival sorceress to the guy that we now have as the Evergreen Beach.
Is the guy a sorceress or like a journalist?
No. The Saba, this Evergreen Beach, this guy, this dude. Because remember, this is the.
He escaped the previous night. Just a local who made like the crafts.
Right, but then why would he deceive us with the so-called rite of resurrection? This is the
that was the rumor.
This is the original sorcerer guy who made up the rite of resurrection.
I think you're understanding this incorrectly. I think you're understanding he had escaped the previous night, but he was like people made up the rumor that it was this guy who deceived them when that wasn't true.
The man who tricked the people with his false dark arts swings from a rope? So you're saying that he literally had no powers whatsoever?
I think that was this whole thing about... There was a rumor about this guy that wasn't true, but he ended up dying because of it.
But he's the guy that made the little talismans.
Yeah, I mean, he did that, but it's like the local man, he was kind and he crafted it. I think we're misunderstanding this, but I don't think it's really vital at the moment anyway. It's okay.
She says being wrong.
So, okay, but like that, whoever that sorceress was like consumed by an evil or whatever.
Whoever that sorceress was evil, yes.
Yeah. Well, that makes one stone. Where do we go now?
I always like, by the way, that in fiction, if you like, how do I phrase this? You can get it with guys too, but in a lot of fiction, if you just have an evil lady who's obsessed with her own beauty and youthfulness, that's just like an oh yeah, that makes sense, you know? But like I
Like it's a
very
trope?
rarely feel yeah, it's a trope, but I very rarely feel like I see that with like guys. The only one I can really think of is like Kefka from Final Fantasy VI.
I
Because like
mean,
Kefka in Final Fantasy VI is like really vain and like they just want to be like the most powerful being like of all creation or
I feel
whatever.
like I've seen it a couple of times. I mean, you do have kind of like it is there is like
Needless
a
to say, a lot
historical
of them
precedent.
with women.
No, sure, but there is a historical precedent through like Narcissus, right? The Greek tale. So it's like
That
you do
is
have some
true.
foundational stuff with that.
That is true. But I guess what I mean to say is that the trope is very heavily centered around women. Because it's just like that one that we just read. She's like this powerful, horrible sorceress or whatever who apparently got tricked or defeated by a different sorcerer of some
Or
ilk,
like
I guess.
something that cursed her, I would say, like an evil
Well,
entity or
her thing
whatnot.
is specifically said he did this. In the
I'm not
story
sure.
that we literally just read, she said that, oh, he must have done this to me or
You
whatever.
got me or something.
Yeah, so which leads me to believe that there was some sort of rival that she was like combating or whatever. But
Maybe.
like ultimately it does lead to like a really weird thing, I guess, where it's just like, okay, this like all-powerful sorceress who could do fucking whatever she wanted really just cared about being pretty, I guess.
I mean, I think the only other like flip side to that is like how I don't want to say understanding like it's not understanding, but how like more do people like see the type of character like is a guy who's super vain and into himself as more understandable to readers as like a woman who's like really vain and into herself? I don't know. I think both of them are fine. I don't know how other people think, but I don't know. It
Well,
appears
cause,
that
well, because
maybe people find it more
I would say
reasonable the
that
other way
most
around.
people would. I feel like most people would not have a problem with like a female villain having that motivation, but not because there's something intrinsically true about it, but just because it happens so much more frequently.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
it's like a
it's a trope. It's a
it's a
trope.
yeah, it's a cause and effect kind of thing that loops in on itself. Anyway, I
Yeah,
said the line.
I could agree with that.
I said this line.
No, you didn't.
I
If you did,
so
it didn't come
did.
through.
No. Well, I said this line before, but whatever. I can say this again. Well, that makes one stone. Where do we go now?
We'll visit all the places associated with the mysteries while it's still dark out.
You mean we have to do that all over again?
I hope they aren't all as aggressive as him, but
At
people
least
will
he tried
do
to
crazy
talk to
things
you.
to bring back someone they love. It seems that the hatred the cursed stones are imbued with makes people more willing to kill.
Really? Then what about you, boss?
I'm fine. I may not have any spirit sense, but I'm tough when it comes to this stuff. Fuck yeah! I'm a badass. Did you know that? That's why they loved me in Paranormal Affairs.
So you're spiritually gifted after all. All right, let's head to the next place.
I know we talked about this like a long while ago, and I don't know, maybe we'll play it on stream one day, probably not. But in Disco Elysium, one of the stats that you can have is composure, and your partner character in Disco Elysium, a man by the name of Kim, um, like after Disco Elysium was an enormous success, the creators put out what Kim's stats are. Like within the
Mm-hmm.
game, what are Kim's stats? He doesn't like have any RNG associated with him. He's just like a regular NPC. But if he did have RNG, what would his stats be? And his strongest stat by far, and his like special stat, which meant that he get like special interactions with it, was composure by like an enormous degree. He had something crazy like 10 points in composure, where the max is 12. And
Wow,
it lead
yeah.
and it leads to some really interesting stuff. Because one of the things that's really interesting about Disco Elysium is that you gain points in stats by using them effectively, but having like maxing out a particular stat is actually bad because it turns into a thing where like now you are obsessive and you can't turn that part of your brain off anymore. So, for example,
Oh, okay.
Kim his composure is so high that years ago, like years prior, I believe it was something along the lines of like his daughter got caught in like a gun in like a shootout between these two like rival gangs in the city that they lived in, and Kim never shed a tear the entire time. Like he was obviously sad because his daughter was dead or whatever, but like never shed a tear the entire time because his composure was too high. And I
Yeah.
thought that was,
Yeah.
and so I'm thinking about that now, where it's just like I imagine Tetsuo has like a pretty high composure score. Actually, maybe not because he does react when
He
Iro
gets
like
riled
irritates
up.
him.
Yeah.
He does get riled up, but he says like he's resistant to in external influences and stuff. So I don't know. I was just thinking about that.
I wonder if we can choose where we're gonna go now because we haven't reused the
We
map
did last
feature.
time, so I'm assuming we will. All right.
Here we
So
are.
this
This is
leads
where they've
me.
lined
Hey,
up.
yo, it's the thing. Remember? This is where the this is where what's his face?
Wait,
Okie.
is that the professor?
This
Sorry.
looks like the professor.
Yeah. Ooh.
So if we defeat the professor here,
Yeah, we're
that
gonna
means that
remove his
here
thing.
will live and we can move forward.
Yes.
Very
Yes.
cool. Very cool. Oh,
What was
should I
this
turn
location?
voices back on? This is the
I
one
guess you
that was
can,
the
right?
this is the one that was the taiko drums. Remember the fire tower that was supposed to have a giant wood block, but for whatever reason it had a taiko drum instead?
Oh yeah. I don't think we ran across this one yet, right?
We
Though
have
the
not.
one though the guy we're meeting is the ever burning lantern, so.
Assuming that it is the professor, which I do think it is.
Excuse me, sorry to bother you, but we have some questions for you.
Yes, it is me, the evil professor. What? Are you with the police? I haven't done anything.
Yo. No, if the curse watch the curse thing showed up. It's like he's already lying to us, the son of a bitch. Don't worry, this isn't an interrogation or anything. We just want to talk. You're Hideki Araishi, right? The historian? We know who you are, so this won't take long.
But since we saw you here, we'd just like to ask you a couple questions.
Well, let's get it over with. I'm a busy man.
Think. Hideki Kamiya. He says
Oh,
he's
God.
a local historian, but supposedly he knows more about the rite of resurrection than anybody. The fact he's here at this time of night, it's plenty possible that he's a curse bearer. Yeah, we know. Thank you. Questioning people like this can put unnecessary stress on them depending on their position. This guy is pretty sharp. We'll have to play it safe and only push him when we see an opening.
I mean, I guess we could just talk to him, but I'm afraid to just talk to him, you know?
Yeah. I think that'll initiate, I think, our little interaction with him, so if you want to
I think it is interesting though, because unlike with Yako, where she was like a tiny Japanese schoolgirl, he can't just force us into a room, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
From
we have to be in
appearances,
close
it's hard to
quarters.
imagine this small, bookish, well-spoken man being very dangerous. But in this day and age, you never know.
Small
Unless you're
is he?
careful.
I guess kind
Very
of.
short. He's shorter than you are.
Wow, that's impressive then.
I know. It's impossible, even.
Boss, let's ask him some questions. Now, Mr. Araishi, what were you doing here at this time of night?
Doing research, of course. Day or night, information never sleeps.
That's an admirable philosophy. You know, your research has been quite the talk of the town. Or around town, whatever. Jesus Christ! What was that they were saying? You discovered something about the Book of
Fates, right? It's the Record of Fates.
I thought it was the Records of Fates. It wasn't the Book of Fates. I think it was Records.
It was not the Book of Fates. I want to say
No, it was
Record.
the Scroll of Dates. You're right.
Oh, did you hear that little ting?
That means we did something right. I mean, that was the same with the when we turned off the voice before he set the foot washing mansion on us.
Right,
I
yes.
heard the sound too.
All right. You found some kind of ritual in the Record of Fates.
What? Don't tell me you want to know how to carry out the rite of resurrection, too. To be perfectly honest, I'm tired of people asking me about it all the time. None of you even care about local history. You just come crawling out of the woodwork when something interesting comes up.
That is an evil face.
Looks like I hit a nerve.
If you think you can force me to tell you because you're a policeman, you are sorely mistaken.
You just ask him a question that's a yes or no answer, and then if he lies, you just know the answer is the opposite.
That makes sense, right? Just do 20 questions, but you actually have more than 20. Sorry, I need a drink.
Hydrate.
Well, I guess let's max out stuff, right?
Yep. Was the research you were doing just now also related to the Rite of Resurrection?
Well, yes, that's right.
What exactly were you looking for?
I have no reason to tell you that. You
He's
wouldn't
sweating.
understand anyway. I am sweating a little. What the fuck? What? Look at me blink. Give me a
Now he'll
second.
never blink again. He'll never blink again.
What?
Yeah.
Blink! There it is! It
I know it.
disappears!
It disappears. I already saw it. Yeah. Research you were doing something
Okay.
because I don't know.
Same thing.
It
Oh, I
didn't
guess
check
that
off.
means
I
we'll
was
have to come
doing-
back. Yeah. that
Yeah,
means
we'll have to
come
come.
back,
We'll have
yeah.
to loop back around.
Were you doing this research so you can use the Rite of Resurrection yourself?
You're a policeman. Do you really think people can be brought back to life? Everyone I meet, pitiful.
Huh? So you don't believe in the rite?
Whether it's real or not has nothing to do with my research. Such things are better left to the
I mean, that is
occult.
true. Historians, it's not about whether or not it's true. It's about, like, the tale that exists, you know, and what
It's
people
also
believed.
interesting that. Well, I guess he hasn't really said an outright lie yet, right?
Yeah.
Because the curse hasn't gone off yet.
Or so I thought.
Mm.
Things changed. It has become necessary for me to pursue the right. So now I pray that it is real.
See, like, it's
What
weird.
thing?
Like, why, once again, why didn't it pop up there? Because it's like, it's not even to pursue that. Like, if he has a curse stone, then it's like he knows it's real, you know?
Well, yeah, but okay. So now, like you're bringing up a really good point, right? Because yesterday I made the argument that the curse is based on absolute truth, whether or not the person knows it or not, right? But
Yeah.
now,
I think it's just
What he
based on
did-
people's version of truths and lies.
right? But then there were statements last night that wouldn't make any sense if that was the case. That's why I fucking said it last night. Now the problem here is that if he said, I don't know if it's real or not. You're right. We know he has a thing. We know he has a cursed stone, so he definitely knows that it exists. He might be referring, at least internally, to the idea that it doesn't actually bring people back to life, right?
Maybe.
Because
That's the
it's
thing,
called
it-
the right. Once again, I'll bring it up. I'll bring it up one more time. Where it's just like I think that the rite of resurrection is literally just like a lie, just to keep this like ancient lich alive forever.
Yeah.
I
I
that's what
think
it is.
once again, this could also just be like an oversight on like the creators too. Like, who knows?
I
Like,
would hope not, but that is entirely
Yeah.
possible.
yeah.
What's changed?
I'm sure you can imagine the funds for my research. I receive a large amount of funding for I receive
Yeah.
a large amount of funding for seeking the right of resurrection. And if I find it, I'll receive a sum so great that I'll never have to worry about money again.
Oh ho! Then that means someone is sponsoring your research. Is
I mean,
that
that's what-
right?
That's what happens for the most part, right?
So
I don't
what
think
if they
that's-
are? You have no idea how hard we work to secure funding for our research. I
You?
have no interest in teaching those children.
That's
He's
good
a
point.
teacher.
He did say we.
Yeah.
Listen to me. I'll tell you one thing. Those experts you see writing provocative books or spouting nonsense on TV to try to get popular, all of them are just trying to get the money they need to do their research.
Yep.
With how popular the occult is, saying something even remotely spooky can lead to big money.
What? But I bought your book!
Thanks, idiot.
Pursuit of the unknown begins, first and foremost, with belief. I was so inspired by that bit.
I do appreciate your patronage. Your patronage? Your patronage.
Patronage.
Your patronage. Unfortunately, however, the occult is not my true interest. The fate of the unknown is to be destroyed by thorough research and deep consideration.
No way. I can't believe it.
You're surprisingly innocent.
Then what kind of research do you want to be doing?
I'm sure it wouldn't interest you, but to put it simply, the focus of my research is how historical accounts transform into folklore over the years as they are passed down from generation to generation.
Zach, we also
But that's
there's also-
really interesting.
there's also one other thing we forgot. Technically,
What?
maybe he's not holding a curse stone right now.
I wish I could go back to the story chart, but you might be right.
Because that's the only other thing about his thing. It's like curse bearers, if curse bearers lie to you, right? That's something that sets it off.
Let's double check. I think you're right, but let's double check. No.
No, so it's
one
just
who tries to mislead. So anybody
Okay.
who misleads, so they don't have to be.
But interesting, because they said, like, kill the curse bearers when the ghost first showed up, right? So,
Kinda.
interesting.
It was phrased a little differently than normal, I think, but yeah.
What does that mean?
Due to human bias, the account of any event is inevitably changed by the person communicating it.
True.
This is not necessarily done with ill intentions. It happens when someone tries to fill in the gaps of a story that lacks detail. Or when something's left out or abridged because of the story's length. Or when a story twists and shifts as it's spread through oral tradition.
Yep. That's true.
Even when two stories are told about the same event, differences in culture or environment affect how it is told, changing its content. Silly little things can turn into terribly mysterious legends. My research is the study of how history, culture, and legend all influence each other.
I see.
Take the 7 mysteries of Honjo, for example. How do you like this voice, by the way? Does it make
It's good.
sense?
Yes, yes, I
Okay.
agree.
I just wanted to make sure, because I didn't know if it was coming across well through the microphone. Because I will confirm to you, I'm spitting like a motherfucker.
Well,
Why are some of the mysteries seemingly about nothing particularly interesting? You'd think stories wouldn't last a decade, let alone 100 years. So why? Perhaps putting it that way piques your interest?
I admit I am curious.
So that's what you've been researching all this time. Makes sense.
I phased into existence. As I said, it doesn't matter to me whether the right exists or not. If people in the Edo period believed that what was written in the Record of Fates was real, that is all I'm interested in.
Well, he's not lying, right? So it's pretty nuts.
But I have to be realistic. The research I'd like to do is unfortunately not very lucrative. That's why I need to take some risks.
Yay!
Yay!
This Record of Fates, where did you get your hands on?
The storehouse of an old private residence in the city, just as the public was told. I am unable to be more precise due to an arrangement with my informant.
Oh, okay.
Well, that was quick.
Well, in that case, I think I might have a guess as to what it is you were looking for.
Do we remember what exactly the books were taught? Like the book was taught, like his.
That was a long time ago.
That was
literally.
a very long time ago. Because my original thought is like the safe
I
one
think
may
he's
be
here
like a
looking for
curse stone.
stones.
Yeah, that's what I thought going into it.
That makes the most sense, right?
Yeah.
What? Damn it. I didn't know about that. Then
Calm down. No need to get so defensive.
Why
Show
would
her high?
we? Why would
I don't
we?
know, actually.
I don't see the difference between these two as of right now. He can't
So then do you
overpower
wanna
us.
So then do you want to stick with the thing that I said earlier?
Yeah,
yesterday?
you want to be
Like, we
honest
don't be
first,
honest?
and then we can get all the bad stuff out of the way first.
We both want information, right? Why don't we have a nice, friendly chat?
a cursed stone. You are a curse bearer. A leaf. Is that the evergreen beech then?
Yep. Will you show me yours?
This is mine.
Oh, so
the
we did have
evergreen
one.
lantern.
So we
Okay.
did have one. Interesting.
Hey, wait, reveal curse details. It's like, yo, don't fucking lie to me, dipshit. Right?
If you want, yeah, you want to go.
We
That's
did
the
that to the
honest
last
route.
guy, and it worked pretty well. I mean, he
Yeah.
still lied to us through his
Which is
teeth,
really
but-
funny because he did. Yeah.
I'll tell you this for free. The evergreen beech comes from a man who was hanged for spreading false rumors.
Oh, wait, so the guy was hung for spreading false rumors? I thought he was hung because of false rumors that were
Oh
spread.
god, see this one's just confusing as hell. Whatever happened in this one.
Oh, there you go. It literally says right here.
But the accusations against him were unfounded, and he died cursing those who deceived him.
Yeah, so there you go. Exactly.
So
what you
maybe
just said.
someone else told him about the things, and then he started spreading them, and then someone I don't know. Whatever, it'll be fine. Yeah.
Ah, so that is the resentful memory held within the evergreen beech. The memories of the seven mysteries are truly fascinating. If only I could collect them all.
Do whatever you want, but you should know something. This stone of mine lets me curse anyone who tries to mislead.
What? But
So don't try and lie to me. I'll know.
you would curse a citizen. You call yourself an officer of the law.
That all depends on you. I don't want to use it if I don't have to.
Self-defense.
What is it you want?
The cursed stones are dangerous. I'd like to confiscate yours.
Excuse me, but my right.
Let me ask you one thing.
You're doing great, Zach. This is great voice acting. Good job.
Thank you. I want to fucking die. You haven't used that curse, have you? Get ready for this motherfucker to lie through his teeth.
Oh!
No, of course I haven't, I swear.
He's a
You
liar!
You
He's a
liar!
I see. Good.
What?
We just go
He
along.
must be playing into it.
Yeah, I think he just goes along with it.
Now, why don't you hand over that stone? Unless you'd rather try using it on me instead.
Damn you! I won't give it to you. If I were to say that, what would happen? Wouldn't it be a crime?
The police are aware of how dangerous the stones are. I could arrest you under Article 1, Section 2 of the Minor Offenses Act. Or you hand it over and you lose all your
And all you lose.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Or you hand it over and all you lose is your secret ability. Think of what would happen to all your research if you were arrested.
You're a piece of shit, you know
He
that?
can't. He can't do anything to us anyway in this circumstance because he needs to be, in, I think, in an enclosed space to use his.
I think he needs an enclosed dark space in order to activate the thing. I agree.
Yeah.
However, could you imagine if we had done this differently? Like if we didn't show him our stone and he showed us, and like he doesn't show us his, and he's like, "All right, it's over here in this room. Follow me into this dark room, and I'll kill both of you." Oh, sorry, give me 1 second. It was so cold this morning. It was so goddamn refreshing. So now it's starting to get a little warmer as the day goes on. But I mean, it's like fucking 4:40 right now where I am, and it's only just now starting to get warm. I'm like, oh, it's so nice.
Fine. You can have the stone. Here.
Yes. All right. Let's see what the trigger is.
Time to know.
Kills by
disembowelment. Ooh.
Yeah, that's cutting open their stomach.
One
One who finds himself trapped in the darkness of the cursed echo. Okay.
And there's the guy we saw. Oh, he
All
was
right,
seppuku. Oh, he was stabbing himself in the stomach.
Oh, and that's why you get disemboweled.
Yeah.
Okay,
When Honjo was
take it away,
filled with
Saba.
samurai residents, the spies of the shogunate lived among the townspeople to keep an eye on things. The soba card on South Warigesui served as one of their outposts. They would communicate to each other in code by turning the lantern on or off. Tonight at 4 a.m. meant that someone would be having the last soba of their life. Oh. And that their belly would be sliced open the next morning. An unfortunate incident occurred in which a man attacked a woman in a bout of
I'm
fury.
sorry. Wait, hold up. And their belly would be sliced open the next night.
I think they killed them. For like the shogunate, yeah. An unfortunate incident occurred.
No, right, but sorry.
What?
You said next morning.
Oh, did
And I
I?
got very
Okay.
confused. Yeah.
The next night.
And I was like, wait, what? I thought for a second that there might be some cool video game thing where, because remember how like the the lanterns turn on and off. I thought for a split second that you were genuinely seeing a different version of the game than me.
Oh no, that's not possible. I'm seeing the same thing as you. An unfortunate incident occurred. He had bout of fury. He regretted it deeply, even declining to invoke the right to defend his honor, but the deed was done. Still, he could not accept it. His rage at having been used by his daimyo boiled over, turning into a grudge he would never forget. So what happened here?
He attacked a woman.
And he's like, I did
Wait,
something.
The man attacked a woman in a bout of fury.
Yeah, he's like, I did it, truly. What could he not accept? Like, what did the daimyo do here?
The daimyo, like, because he said something, because it's like he got, he attacked her in a bout of fury, so I don't know, it was probably something from the daimyo told him to do it.
Guess so, yeah.
Whatever.
Nearby, he saw a lantern quietly glowing in the night, and when the sixth bell rang, the man cut his own stomach open. Oh, never mind, he did heal himself. Since then, the lantern could be seen.
That's this guy.
Yeah, a light before the soba card had opened, and would flicker out suddenly, even when there was no wind blowing. As this unsettling phenomenon continued, the rumors surrounding it grew. As soon as all were convinced that it was the man who cut open his stomach, visiting from beyond the grave.
Okay, very interesting. I mean, it's kind of. But wait, why is his head chopped off?
I'm not sure. That is.
I'm assuming from a video game standpoint, it's just to explain where all the darkness comes from, like the preternatural darkness. But at the same time, like, he looks like he was fucking decapitated. So what the hell is that about? All right, well, that's 3 curse stones, by the way. Good choice. I look forward to seeing how your research pans out.
I mean, this is good, right? Technically, because it's he has so much pride. He had so much pride that he'd prefer to keep his research safe. It's like, okay, but you did the right thing because of that, I guess.
Yeah. Good enough, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I hope we don't turn evil.
Oh, right. Would you tell us everything you know about what's been going on? If you help us out, we'll give you all the information we've gotten so far after we solve the case. What do you say?
In that case, will you tell me about all the resentful memories of the 7 mysteries? I believe they are key to the secrets hidden in the Record of Fates.
Sure, why not? I'll learn all about them as I collect the cursed stones.
That's an interesting trade.
But thanks to you, we learned a lot from him. Isn't this where we see Shogo the
This
first
is
time?
yeah. Well, I think he'd be dead
Or
at this
Shogo
point.
Shogo sees them, I guess.
Yeah, but Shogo would be dead, so that's kind of tricky. Did you read this?
Yes.
I wonder. The mysteries and the rites are all public information. He kept everything he knows about the other curse bearers and the source of the curse here hidden. He kept everything he knows about the other curse bearers and the source of the curse here hidden. The source of the curse here. So, like
Yeah,
the
he didn't
Tycho.
say anything,
Got
about the Tycho.
I was hoping he'd at least give us a clue about how to beat these curses.
See, then we should be more aggressive next time. Really make them spit it out. And by me, or by we, I mean you. By me.
I'm guessing he wants to save this curse. He wouldn't have told us anything no matter what we asked. But now we know where he hangs out. We can always send someone for him if need be.
Right, got it.
Stop looking at me. What's wrong with you?
Me. I was surprised to hear that there are actually 9 of the 7 mysteries, though.
Yeah, that's 2 extra curse bearers we have to find. We've confiscated 2, so there are 6 more. They could be anywhere in this town.
We have to find them fast, or they could start using the curses.
No, I think
Yeah,
we're
he's
already
gonna
too-
real. He's like, he already lied. Huh?
I didn't tell you this, but there were some soul dregs in Nabagaki's curse stone. Nabagaki was Seinfeld guy.
Was
So
our
he's
the guy
already
we were
murdered
just
someone.
talking to? Yeah, I think
That
so.
no, that was foot washing. Is Namagaki.
Oh, foot washing is Namagaki? Ooh. Okay, well then.
Foot washing is
There's more.
Namagaki.
Really? Then he already killed someone with it?
It's not much, so it probably wasn't a curse bearer. Shit. Well, we know who did it. We can make arrangements to take him into custody. We'll have paranormal affairs pick him up tomorrow. For now, we continue our search.
Right, on to the next phase. We just have to cross them off the list one by one. Oh, but, boss?
Hmm?
Good to know we can use the Minor Offenses Act to arrest people with curse stones. I think he just made it up. But why didn't we do that with Namagaki? Namigaki.
If we could do that, there'd be no need for paranormal affairs. What grounds would a normal detective have to put him under arrest?
Oh, right. Yeah, I suppose that's true.
I mean, okay, I guess.
I think we could just switch right now. I
Why
think we
is
have
it-
to switch. I think we have to switch over to the bottom one.
Okay, well. Thank Christ. I can only fucking hope that Saba has to do some actual goddamn reading. Saba's muted.
Yeah. And we're back. We could just skip all this, right?
I guess so. Because
I don't know, what
show
thing do you
up,
wanna
right?
what thing do you wanna I wonder if he talks he's talking differently though, actually. Wait, do we wanna
He just
is
won't have
music
the
on?
curse stone. Sorry?
Is music on? Do we still think that this is the thing?
I don't know. I genuinely do not know.
Let's get out of here before anyone sees me.
Oh, that was new dialogue, by the way. Because
Okay.
last time he immediately saw us.
What was the difference? You think it was like a curse to curse thing? Curse bearer to curse
It might
bearer?
straight up be that if you're paying attention, you can see the cursed echo.
I'm home. Thank goodness. I don't think the walk here ever felt so long. Nobody will be able to use their curse once it's light outside. I need to go look for Mio as soon as it's morning. I think Mio's gone. I'm sad. But for now, I need some rest. Complete the Yako
Yay!
branch of chapter 1, Yako's friendship.
So now we do this one?
I wonder if we'll see the police guys here now.
Maybe.
Where do we resume from? Cause like
Fuck this one, I guess? I don't know.
yeah, Richter! Hell yeah!
Yeah.
Question is, are we sure? Who's gonna show up? Turn around. Someone! Excuse me?
Oh, is this this might be what's his face's partner.
Yeah.
Well, it's a woman, so it's you.
I said excuse me.
Howdy, baby doll. How's it going? Also,
We already saw this,
bird. Oh, we did?
yeah. So I guess whenever we move to a separate location, we'll just keep an eye out.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
We have to be careful. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Okay, sorry. Yeah, where did you come from? I didn't mean to kill you. Terribly sorry if you've gotten the wrong people, but would you if I've gotten the wrong people, would you happen to be curse bearers?
What the fuck?
Nani?
Curse bearers. What's that then? I don't remember what fucking Richter's voice was.
It means someone who's gathering souls for the rite of resurrection. You have heard the rite of resurrection, haven't you? Everyone's talking about it.
Oh, I know exactly what kind of voice I'm gonna do for this guy. I'm gonna do it like a hello, baby. I'm gonna do a little bit of this. Color me intrigued. Care to tell me more, miss? What's your name again?
Oh, silly me. I'm a Yame Tono.
I keep putting a little Midwestern on it. That's pretty good. Oh, silly me.
Oh, silly me.
University student?
Is this his daughter?
Doubtful.
Is this our guy's daughter? She says her name's Ayame. I guess she's around 20. She must be brave walking around alone this late, or maybe there's more to it.
She's definitely a murder person.
There's more to the rite of the resurrection than meets the eye, you see. You're just interrupting our conversation. So the best way to collect soul dregs is to kill other cursed bear. Why? And that's about the size of it. I hope it wasn't too much to follow.
No. I think I got the gist. Funny old world we live in, huh?
You
So are
think this
saying-
was... Sorry, you think this was prompted because we took in... What is it?
I think this was prompted because we arrested Seinfeld.
Okay, I agree.
I genuinely think that Seinfeld teamed up with her as like backup. I think she was the only person that accepted his offer. Because remember that was his thing, was he wanted to like team up. Can I tell you what I think Seinfeld's plan was? I think his plan was to get a bunch of curse bearers together.
Oh, and then to kill all of them.
And kill them all at the exact same time.
Yeah.
Because like the more curse bearers were with him, the more protected he felt until he would have enough soul dregs, and then he could just collect them all at once.
Mm-hmm.
So are you saying you're one of these curse bearers?
No, well, not quite. It's complicated. I'm not, but Yutaro is.
Yutaro? Is that your boyfriend?
Oh, heavens no, just a friend. His full name is Yutaro Namigaki. We're, I suppose you could say, partners in crime.
Funny way of putting it. That's really...
Do we trust what she's saying? I
mean, whatever. Like, what else are we gonna do?
Oh, I like how she looks off camera because Richter's behind us.
Yeah.
That's great.
So where is Yutaro now?
Well, about that, he's not actually a curse bearer anymore. He's more like a former curse bearer.
Oh, right, because we took his stone.
And why is she... This is weird.
She might be approaching us to be like, "Do you want to team up?" Because
Yeah, why is she so interested in curse bearers?
I don't know. Former, how so?
I don't really know the details myself, but apparently he lost his curse stone. Typical, right? He makes such a show of being a top student only to flunk where it counts.
Jesus Christ, lady. Mm. I also like your very character design outfit, where your triangle earrings match your triangle pattern on your shirt.
So now I'm out here looking for curse bearers myself. If you want something done right. Why are you looking for people?
Probably to team up and or kill them.
Why are you trying to kill people?
What do you mean? She's a curse bearer.
I guess she wants to bring someone
lost
back, I
it?
guess.
How did he do that?
I wasn't with him at the time, so I don't know exactly what happened.
What if I gave Richter like a New York accent? Like, hey, yo! What the fuck happened to this guy? How did he fucking do that?
Man, so far all of them
I
are
don't
pretty
have
good.
a sexy voice like Grant does, so like I can't do a proper Richter.
It's okay, you can only try as much as you can. All I know is that he came back saying
You
he
can
didn't
only
have it
try
anymore.
as much as you can. Thank you for that pearl of wisdom, Saba.
You're right. Man, I should write a book about him. All these gem of sayings. Although, well, it's strange that you'd probe into that of all things.
Hey, yo, I'm just curious is all. Sorry, it's so touchy subject.
No, I like the other one better. Go back.
Hey, bro, what the fuck are you talking about, Haruhi? Like, that's some bullshit.
Don't mind. I
Be
don't
fast.
particularly care about keeping it a secret. Yutaro can be a little irrational sometimes, so I have to keep a level head on my shoulders.
Alright.
Okay, I was like, we should be done with that.
So anyway, mind if I ask you why you thought I was a curse bearer? Wait,
She's
what?
like, not you.
She talked to us though.
Oh, that... I'm terribly sorry. I was so rude.
God, lady, your neck is so long.
I saw the two of you out late at night, and I suppose I made an assumption.
Is this like an anime thing or like a, you know how like when you have certain art styles you kind of fall into certain like tropes without realizing it? Look at the length of her neck versus his neck. Why is she a giraffe by comparison?
No, I think both their necks are actually pretty similar in length. I just think his is a lot thicker.
You think
so?
so?
It's like, yeah, his is a lot wider, I think, or more wide.
Maybe it's
than
because he
hers.
has the high collar, maybe that like
Yeah.
helps disguise it or whatever. But like both of these women, their necks are like 50% the length of their skull, and I don't know if that's correct.
It's probably just art style, yeah.
I think it's just art style because once again, this art style is incredible. I just keep noticing that like even like the high schoolers, their necks are so long. Gotcha. Sorry if we gave you the wrong idea. Out of interest, what's your plan if we did turn out to be curse bearers?
Great question. And the answer is, I was going to ask you very nicely for your curse stones.
Oh, it's the pouty face with angry eyes. And you thought we'd given them to you, just like that?
Maybe not, but you know what they say. You never know until you ask.
You must really love your boyfriend if you're willing to try something that risky.
Oh, goodness, no. We're just friends. My life doesn't revolve around him, you know.
Okay, so she's a little touchy.
Anyway, you aren't curse bearers, so I'm just bothering you, aren't I? Please ignore me.
So what are you trying to do with this rite of resurrection?
Well, Yutaro had his own plan all laid out. I don't know if I can get behind it, though. It seems, how do I put it, self-centered. I mean, if you got a chance to resurrect the dead, it would be a waste not to use it on someone that really matters, right? So I was planning to steal his curse stone at the last second and use it for myself. Isn't that also self-centered?
Well, if she, I think what she's saying is that he wasn't going to revive someone that would be considered important or significant, whereas she's like, I will.
Yeah, I get that part, yeah. Well, I lost it anyway. Oh, but don't tell Yutaro I was going to do that, okay? I don't think he'd be happy to hear it.
Of course. Keeping secrets is my business.
Why aren't you dashing? Heh. Heh. Nende.
Calm down. Sounds like you really have your heart set on this right. What are you hoping to use it on?
Do you promise you won't laugh?
Cross my heart.
Well then, let me tell you my master plan. Prepare to be amazed. Ahem. I'm an art student, you see. Woodblock prints are my specialty.
Are you gonna revive a fucking old ass ukiyo like style artist to learn from? Ukiyo-e, huh? Must be a cultured lady.
You think so? Everyone says it's a strange interest for a girl to have. You know, people often think of as ukiyo-e as some inaccessible high-class art form, but that's actually totally untrue. Back in the Edo period, it was the art for the masses, amusement for the common people. So when you think about it, we feel exactly the same thrills from every brushstroke as they did back then. Isn't that fascinating?
Hey, Haraway, are you gonna say something? Like literally anything? You said exactly one thing at the start of this chapter and then nothing since.
I know, I was just going to think about
Yeah,
that.
I guess.
And as far as I'm concerned, the undisputed king of ukiyo-e is the one and only Hokusai. Have you heard of him?
Sure I have. He's famous. Didn't he live somewhere around here back in the Edo period?
That's right. You're just as knowledgeable as you look. Oh, this dude. His 36
Whoa.
views of Mount Fuji are so iconic. Of his, most people know.
Can you double check your input settings again? Because you keep cutting out.
I think it's because I'm talking high.
Are you sure? I mean, it could be. That's entirely
I
fair.
think, yeah. Hokusai was so much more than just mountains and waves. That's only the teeny tiny tip of the veritable iceberg of works.
I gotta admit, I only really know him from those landscapes myself.
Oh, don't worry about it. Anyone can learn. When Hokusai died at the age of 90, I mean, he lived a pretty decent life. He left behind
Especially
over
back then.
30,000 drawings. Like, lady, if you're going to bring him back, what if he's just going to die again because maybe it was his time, you know? That's multiple drawings a day for 80 years. Amazing, right?
So he kept on drawing right up into his old age, huh? Impressive.
But even in his final years, he was never satisfied with his own work. His dying words were, "Should heaven afford me but 5 more years, I shall finally become a true artist." Even on his deathbed, he still thought he had more to learn. He was already the greatest painter and artist of his era. Who knows what he could have done with more time? Well, that's what I want to find out.
Hold on. Are you saying...
Wait a minute, Zach, stop.
Yes.
Didn't they say the longer it's been, the more soul
the
dregs
more
it
soul
needs?
food.
I think she like everybody in town in order to bring back this guy.
Jesus fuck. Do you think she knows that? I don't think she knows that.
I'm not
but
sure.
She must. If she's a curse bearer, they tell you all the info when you pick up.
Well,
the
she
curse
said she
stone.
wasn't, right? She said, "Oh, I was going to take it from him once he was like basically done."
She said it. No, she didn't. Did she say that she wasn't a curse bearer? She said that her plan. Like, you're right. She said that her plan was to steal Seinfeld's curse stone at the last second.
I thought she said she wasn't, but I'm not sure.
He could have been lying, to be fair.
And
if she
that's
didn't
also
say
true.
that.
Yeah.
Once again, that's like, but I feel kind of shitty saying that all the time because it's like, yeah, literally anybody could have been lying, right?
Besides, he always said he wanted to move out of 100 houses, but he only made it to 93. Isn't that just tragic?
Oh no, oh no, nuh-uh, no way is this going where I think it's going.
Imagine the masterpieces he could create with modern techniques. I feel all dizzy just thinking about it. I mean, she's like a true fangirl, but it's like also incredibly morbid.
It's so weird because it's like I stick with what I said at the beginning of the game. I would bring someone back to life if there was literally no cost, obviously, because why wouldn't I, right? And I would probably bring back like Satoru Iwata or something
By the
like
way, you can
that,
turn the
right?
music back on
Oh, thank you. Yes.
since we're out of.
I would probably bring back like either my uncle Ron or Satoru Iwata, right? Like people that were taken before their time and died tragically. But like I don't necessarily disagree with the assumption of like, oh, what if we brought back Leonardo da Vinci? What if we brought back Picasso? You know, like that's not necessarily wrong, but it definitely does feel worse than the people that are like, I want to bring back my dead husband. I want to bring back my kid who got kidnapped and murdered. I want to bring back my sister who snapped her neck. You know what I mean? Like those are all
Yeah.
things that make more sense to me. So I don't know. It's definitely an interesting reason to use the right that I never considered. You've got to be kidding me. So if I understand you correctly, you want to use the right of resurrection to...
That's right. I want to bring Hokusai back to life.
Well, that's certainly a novel idea. Thank you, Haraway.
That's what she'd use it on? What a waste.
Which implies that she thought that Seinfeld's thing that he was going to use it on was even more useless.
Yeah, she said he was selfish. Like she's like he was only thinking about bringing someone related back to like of himself, someone related to him.
Probably like his brother or something, like someone related to his family. And she's like, "Oh, that's stupid. You should bring back a national treasure."
Yeah. 1760 to 1849, 36 views in Mount Fuji. Hokusai was active, born in Honjo, Sumida, 36 views, and the Hokusai,
manga.
Hokusai, artist, young age, 30,000 pieces of work. General populative, he declined during Meiji. Hokusai, core figure. Japonisme? Movement? Despite his fame, Hokusai was indifferent to money, lived a life quite appropriately, was like whimsical, otherworldly, as depicted in the ukiyo-e. He went by many names, Gakyo, Rojin Manji, and the Old Man Painter.
Well,
oh gosh, is that the time? I should be going. I need to get my hands on a curse bear before daybreak. Sorry for flagging you down out of the blue like that. Best of luck. Also, why would you... Lady, how many do you think would outwardly tell you, yeah, I'm a curse bear, and...
I don't know. She doesn't seem dumb. She just seems very open. You know?
Okay, we know that. She's a clever but calculating... See, I feel like... Yeah, she knows more than she lets on.
You can feel free to actually read this if you want. Or do you want me to, since you just did most of her talking?
Yes, please.
Okay. Ayame is a clever but calculating university student who only has time for her own interests, which is why she's not dating. She is making the best of a recent boom in the popularity of female university students incited by their appearance across TV commercials and radio programs. Ayame is content to ride this trend so long as it allows her to get her hands on whatever she needs and wants in life. Recently, that's not necessarily the worst like trait for a person to have, but it does make her seem really shallow.
Yeah, so that's the thing. I think she was like, oh yeah, Namagaki was gonna do all the work for her, and then at the end she was just gonna take it and like reap the
But then
reward.
she's like, but then she just went on this like big long speech about how she wants to revive this like old artist because he would be like more valuable than just bringing back like a dead family member or whatever. But does she actually believe that, or is she just saying that because she feels like that would give her more brownie points?
I'm not sure.
I
But
know. I
speaking of
literally.
brownies, now I want one.
Ayame is content to ride this trend as long as it gets her. Hey, recently, Ayame has figured out that older men will fall for her if she acts a little bit stupid.
There we go. So all of what she was talking is just, she's just, it's an act, I think.
She's just acting a little bit stupid. So she's actually conniving.
Yeah. I was about to say, I think she's actually really manipulative.
She was approached by Seinfeld in town, and although she was not attracted to him, agreed to date him because of his family seemed rich. However,
Wow.
she does not think much of him as a human being, and is
As a
beginning to grow bored of their
human being?
relationship.
She
So
doesn't think of him much as a human being.
that's crazy to think that
This girl is
that-
a psychopath.
Yeah,
I
she's
don't
like
think so.
she's like actually one of the more evil characters we've encountered so far. She's manipulative and shallow. Like that's crazy. Abandoned.
Oh look, his cursed stone was later recovered by Tetsuo Tutsi. I want to cry every single time I see all those T's and S's. Whatever. I think.
Oh, is an elite student of prestigious university. He lives off the generous allowance he receives from his parents, who are both prominent local figures. Although Seinfeld has lived a charmed material life, emotional neglect at home has caused him to develop a spoiled, egotistical streak. Hence the reason why he thought he could, like, just be better than everybody. The only kindness he knew growing up was from his family's maid, and he still fondly thinks of the plain rice with butter they used to enjoy
I
together.
wonder if he wanted to bring the maid back or something.
That might be true, and in actuality, that would be extremely touching.
That's like, it's depressing to think that it's it's like it holds some value, I would say.
You know what would be even more like fucked up if his parents were dead, but he still chose to bring back the maid.
Ooh.
Not fucked up as in like he's fucked up, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. From like the standpoint of like normally your parents are supposed to be the ones there for you, so.
Well, there goes trouble. If we're going to chase after stones, we should keep an eye on her, too, if we can.
Why do you say that?
Before she left, she wished us best of luck.
Oh, I love this man.
Oh,
I love this man so much.
He's so good, dude.
Richter, you're amazing. This game better not kill him.
Could you imagine if Richter gets hired onto the paranormal activities bureau?
He deserves it. He deserves everything.
Yo, dude, I would absolutely play a sequel game that was Richter, Tetsuo,
Mio, because we're not allowing her to say she's dead. Yeah,
Mio, and then what's the partner cop? What's his name?
Jun Area.
God, imagine those four. Imagine those are the main characters in the sequel game.
Oh my god.
Oh god, that'd be so good. There's a good chance we'll clash sooner or later. We're after the same thing, after all. You head back to the mansion, ma'am. I'll tail it for a while. Well, that's an interesting chapter, at least.
It seems like that's the only one we can follow through with, and
it seems
like
at the moment,
she's going to encounter someone. Yeah,
in the mansion, definitely.
3 a.m. Shikima Mansion.
Hello, it's me, the evil clown who's going to murder you. It's like, what the fuck?
Here again. I left Richter to continue looking for curse bearers. I thought she said to go back home.
It's me, the evil clown who's going to let you into your home because I'm your butler.
I'm your butler. and came home alone. Turn around. Now, Zach, make sure, let's see if we can see if there's a sticker.
Stickers.
This really be enough to gather the soul dregs I need? What if no one uses any more curses? I'll lose my chance to bring him back.
Yeah, it's a tough decision, lady. I
I
can't see shit, so I don't know.
It's really dark too, so I can't tell. I hear the wind. Old Shigima Mansion, we rebuilt it, and it stayed the
After the
same.
earthquake.
I never liked it growing up. I always wanted to live somewhere more modern.
Okay.
Oh, look, it's light outside in this one, in this picture.
Once a warrior clan with a mansion in Honjo, now a dynasty of police officials. The Shigima family is one of considerable repute. Oh, reputation. Got it. The family estate was originally located some distance from the city, but the Great Kanto earthquake of 1923 forced them to rebuild in a new location. The Shigima mansion was at one time a bustling place where members of the social elite mingled. 1 year ago, however, the head of the house was struck with sudden melancholy, and ever since their mansion has stood silent as the grave. So that's her. She's depressed as shit.
Maybe,
Right?
yeah.
She
Yeah,
must be the
sudden
head of the house, I guess.
Sudden melancholy is probably the sadness of
Losing a child? Doubtful.
Oh! No, we found one, Zach! Hell yeah! It's an ostrich! We'll see the name. The ostracizer.
The ostracizer.
Ostracizer.
Because it's your classic Japanese delinquent riding a motorcycle. It's the high
with all the
motorcycle.
horns and stuff. That's really
That's
funny.
great, dude. That's awesome. I'm glad we looked around. Also, I don't think we've seen any in other chapters. I guess it's just a her thing.
I think it's just a her thing.
Ooh.
You feel free to. I don't
fucking know, dude. I'll say why not. If it leads to us just straight up dying, I'll wait here.
Oh, I think it's
must be in case you missed it.
Yeah. Hopefully there's no one in the mansion.
Oh, what the fuck?
Oh, so she just went back.
That's such a that can't be the end of her story.
I don't think so. I think
we're actually, dude. There's no way that the game's ending, right?
I don't think so.
Because fucking Yako went home, Haruwe went home, and now it's Tetsuo.
Well, then this is the thing. Maybe this is where it switches over to the cop thing. Maybe we stick with him.
Oh, you think that maybe this like transforms into a totally different thing? Maybe.
Maybe we'll see.
God, I will admit I'll be really upset if it turns into a like cliffhanger. Like wait for the sequel, and then the sequel gets canceled.
Oh God, I would hate that too.
Did I ever? This is a tangent, but did I ever tell you one of the games that I really wanted to play on stream? Dark Dreams Don't Die.
I don't think I remember you talking about.
Dark Dreams Don't Die. So, do you know who Swery is?
Oh my God, I've seen this game. I've watched a playthrough of this game.
So I really wanted to play it on stream because obviously Dark Dreams Don't Die is insane, and I feel like we could get a lot of really good reactions out of it.
This didn't finish it, right?
Incredible. Correct, because the thing was that Microsoft paid Swery, the legendary like game designer behind the cult classic Deadly Premonition. Microsoft was like, hey, here's like a shit ton of money in order to make your own studio, and you're gonna make a series of games for us, whatever you want to make, just do it. And so he was like, okay, and he spent the entire budget making the first 2 episodes of Dark Dreams Don't Die, fully expecting that Microsoft would do good on their contract and give him the other half of the money that he was expecting to make the final 2 episodes, and then he would go on to do whatever, right? However,
Yeah.
what he didn't realize was that Microsoft, just like every large gaming publisher, has this really shitty habit of making what looks like a super lucrative contract for like these smaller developers, but then like the game will get no marketing. They will completely shoot it in the foot. Like Microsoft will purposefully try to bury the project so it doesn't make any money. And then when the game fails and the contract is void, Microsoft will be like, oh yeah, by the way, as per our contract, we're just going to buy your company and you have to work for us now. They've done this multiple times. It's worked many, many, many times in the past. But the thing with Sweries that was really interesting was that despite the fact that Dark Dreams Don't Die had no marketing and Microsoft desperately tried to like kill the project,
It became like pretty like well known, right?
Because Swery has an enormous cult following. So like Microsoft's whole thing was like, oh, you have to make X amount of money in order to not go default on your contract, right? And they fucking hit that and exceeded that number purely based on Swery's popularity within the cult indie game community. But Microsoft was fucking butthurt about it. So
we're
they
like, yeah, we're not
the
gonna
IP, because they took the IP, because it's like, well, it's ours, duh. And they took the IP and were like, yeah, you're never allowed to work on this again. In fact, Swery wasn't allowed to develop anything until the end of that contract, which lasted for another fucking 4 years. And then that's when Swery like spun off and remade Grasshopper Interactive, which hasn't made a good game since, unfortunately. But like,
that sucks,
I don't know,
yeah.
it's crazy because like do you remember how Dark Dreams Don't Die episode 2 ends?
No, it's been a while since I've seen it. I will say.
Main character David is in the cargo hold of the airplane. You remember how like, the whole game takes place on the airplane or whatever?
Yeah.
He's in the cargo hold of the airplane, about to get into a fight with the fucking stewardess guy, like the flight attendant guy. But he's so hopped up on the drug that they have in that game that he is 12 feet tall and is summoning electricity from his fucking hands. And that's the end. It does a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure style to be continued, and it was never continued. Look, it drives me insane.
The fingers are criminal.
We should get back to the game. I can't believe that we made so much progress in like an hour.
Oh yeah.
After pursuing Arishi, Curse Bearer, and the Overburning Leonard,
continue to investigate.
Yeah, they just continue to investigate. All right, cool.
4 a.m. Hey, that's 2 hours before
2 hours until sunrise.
Yeah. Road.
Well,
This is the place where we found the lighter?
Yes, I think so. Well, with this, we'll have visited every place connected to the 7 mysteries.
This is the last spot, huh? We've got nothing to show for it.
We have fucking 2 of the cursed idols, dude. What the hell?
Even though every last location looks suspect from top to bottom.
Maybe we came at the wrong time. There might not have been any curse bearers around.
Sounds like we need to do another round before morning comes then.
Or maybe someone's been observing our movements. Don't look at me.
What? No way.
It's just a thought. Either way, we should check out this last place.
Let's hope we can finally get a lead. This is the last place. Oh. Canal.
We're back at the beginning. If the game does do a like 50% mark thing, that it'd be now. Yeah, there he is.
Shogo, no.
Sorry, Shogo. You were trying to get your dick wet, and instead your lungs got wet. Whoa, whoa, whoa! What the hell is this?
Is he dead?
Damn it. We were too late. Was this a curse too?
Hang on, I'm gonna call this in.
I'll leave it to you.
The thing is,
We're
this
gonna have
is
a
the
look around.
effed up curse. This is the curse that's like, I feel like we shouldn't touch this one.
We literally have to, though. We have to get all of them.
You think once the shadow of whatever, the Dance of Shadows or whatever finishes, it'll have as strong as an
Dance of
impact?
Shadows. Dance of Shadows is fucking sick, by the way. That's a great name.
Boss, bad news.
What is it?
Another mysterious death was reported in the area just now. The medical unit and forensics team are on their way, but it'll be a while before they arrive.
Ah, that is bad news. So they got someone else.
You think this is the work of a curse bearer?
Guy, how fucked up would it be if it was Yoko?
Well, no, she was sent home. Remember, it was the guy
Right,
who was like here.
but what I'm saying is, like, imagine that because remember, I think that the curse bearer of the canal right now is the corporate guy, right?
Yeah.
The fucked up corporate guy. Imagine if just through sheer happenstance, he's just going around murdering literally fucking everybody because he's like a psychopath, and he flags down the taxi and just murders the driver and her.
Can I see the story chart again?
No, because that it'll kick us out.
Oh, it'll kick us out? Okay. Next time if we're able to, I want to look at it for a sec. But yeah.
Well, why don't you tell me what you're thinking of so that way I can try
I just wanted to know, I think it's like the main path away of the story is like the straight line, right? And any alternative stuff just branches out from the straight one, right?
More or less, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So that's why because at first I was confused of like, well, why isn't the second timeline the correct one for Shogo? And it's like, oh, well, what's the one that branches off, right? Versus the one where he ends up dying is the straight one.
The one where Yoko dies and Okie is the one with the power is the branch. The true timeline is the one where he sends her home and then dies.
Yeah, and that's like straight on the thing. Okay.
Yes.
Good to know.
With suspicious deaths popping up one after another, we have to assume it is. Shit. I guess we'll be stuck waiting around for a while.
You know how many stickers there are in this game? We're definitely not done. Boss, the phone is ringing.
Oh,
there's a payphone.
Ow.
Did we need to know anything about payphones, Zach? How much money did it cost to do the payphone?
10 yen per minute or whatever.
Right.
Or maybe 10 yen per 3 minutes. Yeah, I don't see no one around. Well, we better go check it out.
You're right, but be careful. It could be a curse.
Could be a curse. Hey, I said we. You expect me to go alone?
You're the one who's tough against this stuff. Don't worry, boss. You got it. Go on. Get him. Go get him, Tiger.
Hello? Kishibori Park phone booth.
Well, this is a man, so...
Sabi, you gotta work with me here.
What do you mean? Last time you said, well, this is a woman, so...
Yeah, but guess what? We still had a fucking dialogue because I was being Richter.
Evening detective.
You know the voice I was doing for the professor?
No, it's okay. How are things looking out there?
There you go, yeah! Evil as shit! Let's go! Who is this?
Sorry,
I finally got him! The real deal! Detective Tetsuo himself! You can do that.
Well, you've done this line. I can't beat that.
I did the line.
I can't beat that. Oh, wait. That's Chief Inspector Tsutsui now, isn't it? We've come a long way since we last met.
It's the fucking murder guy! It's the murderer! I asked you to identify yourself.
Man, have you forgotten already? After all the time we spent together? What a time that was, as I recall. I gave you quite the runaround.
I gave you quite the reach around. Wait, is this Fumichika Nejima? What? Fumichika Nejima.
Is that the guy?
Yes.
What? Did you say Fumichika Nejima?
It's this guy.
Okay.
But actually, it's this guy.
We think him, yeah.
Unless that's like... Actually, you know what? It might be interesting, because, like, imagine if this isn't the same guy, but he does have the curse stone.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be interesting.
Which we still don't know how to beat that one.
Probably by just hitting him in the head really hard with a hard object.
That is true. I said this line. So.
Sorry.
Like the one from the Najima murders? Ding, 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 you've got it. I had a feeling that the great Chief Tatsumi would remember me. I spent 20 long years in a cell thanks to you. It was not easy.
You should be thanking me. Should have given you plenty of time to think and atone for your sins.
That it did. I've repented. My conscience is clean as a whistle.
Bullshit. 20 years in prison doesn't even begin to make up for the shit you did.
I don't know about that. After all, the justice system was gracious enough to grant me parole.
What? If this is the real guy, he must still have a grudge against me for arresting him. I'm just gonna call him Najima. So is this payback? Damn it. What is your goal?
Now, you got to understand. I've repented, seen the light. I've been a good boy since I was granted parole.
I'll press X to doubt on that.
I even got myself a job. I've been real serious about walking the right path.
It's very fun that I still firmly believe that this is the janitor, and they're writing him specifically to not have the same southern accent that he had.
Yeah, I was just about to say, it doesn't have those little quips. Unless that's
Well,
like...
That's
oh, no.
very nice. Keep it up.
But it was no good. When the opportunity arose, it was impossible to hold myself back. I knew I had to give you a little token of thanks. Oh no, is that Mio?
It might be the teacher.
Oh, give a little token of thanks, or I'd never truly be able to have a fresh start. Do you get what I'm saying?
No thanks. I don't need anything. No need to do all that for me. Just try to live a quiet life.
Oh, it's no hassle at all. It would be all too easy just to kill you, to tear you apart. Well, that wouldn't be very satisfying, certainly not after 20 years of waiting. This is why... it's okay. It's a long time, I've already said that. I'll let it grow inside of me. I thought of nothing else. At all that time, I played model prisoner, endured the harassment those guards threw at me. This is... just please here. Just like...
Oh shit! Sorry, I was muted. My fucking mouse doesn't work sometimes when I unmute. Why are you talking southern now?
I don't know what you're talking about. And I did it all for you, Tetsumi. So please just accept my deepest and most sincere feelings.
Sorry, but I'm afraid I don't feel the same way about you.
Shut up! That attitude of yours is why I'm saving you for last.
What are you planning? Whatever it is, bring it on. I'm not running away.
I just told you I'm not coming for you yet! Pay attention when people are talking. If you want, you can just add the expletive if you want, but you know.
No.
You see, this time... I'm coming. Is he coming for our
I'm
team?
just laughing.
This time I want to see you on your knees, weeping in despair, begging me for mercy.
Whoa. Oh no, I'm so sorry, dear Najima. Please forgive me. I won't do it again.
Shut up! This is exactly why I've always hated you so much!
It was worth a shot.
You really think that would sate me? No, it's like satiate. Whatever. You must be
Yeah,
crazy.
Well, then we're both crazy. We've got so much in common. We should be friends.
Enjoy cracking your jokes while you still can. I'm gonna kill everyone you care about one by one till there's no one left.
So, my wife, and then my daughter, and then my partner. And then that's it. Sorry to disappoint, but I'm a lone wolf. I don't have anyone like that in my life.
Boss, what about me? Or wait, are you just trying to protect? There's not a single person you care about? I wonder what your sweet daughter would think if she were here to hear that.
Don't you fucking dare. I'm warning you.
Oh, very nice. This is more like it. She's living all alone, all on her own now, isn't she? Attending university and all. Such a good girl. Oh my. Don't tell me that she just happens to live in Honjo. Doesn't he not know?
What? She does? No, forget it. This isn't funny, asshole. I'm going to find you and make you pay.
Love it. Keep going. I want to hear you lose your mind. It's music to my ears.
Fuck you.
I look forward to chopping up your precious daughter. It'll just be like old times.
I won't let that happen.
This is a long goal. Okay, so we gotta...
How do you know where I am?
That's my favorite part, the sound of confusion in your voice. It's to die for. This is delicious. I can't get enough. I'm not telling you anything. Have fun racking your tiny little brain for it. How do we think he actually... Never mind. He's gonna give us a hint first. I guess I could give you a little hint.
Go on.
Well, you see, and then he hangs up. I have the one-sided... Okay, yeah, janitor. Like,
So it is the janitor.
janitor. I have the one-sided read. Tsutsumi, you have the Evergreen Beach now.
Nijima, you're a curse bearer. You're using the power of the curse.
Indeed, and what a peculiar curse it is. But that's where my hint ends. Ha 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 ha. So he hears things?
Well, what was the point of the...
Like, it was rejecting. Like, she rejected this guy, like, 3 times or something, and then he went crazy and then killed people. Killed her.
Yeah, that's like it.
Unless, like, the reeds can listen in on conversations or something?
No, I don't think it's anything that esoteric. I think it might literally just be...
If you're in a one-sided, like, relationship with someone, you know everything about them, but they know nothing about you.
I mean, that's entirely possible. It might also just be if you feel like someone's wronged you, you know where they are. I don't know. Once again, this is something...
But how would
like,
he know we have
too
the Evergreen Beach?
Because he's been watching us, right? Because that's what we said prior to coming
Yeah,
to
maybe,
the canal,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Was that someone's been watching us? I don't know. And yeah, and you know, all things created equal, if he's just like the janitor, then, you know.
God damn it. The curse echo couldn't have fallen into worse hands.
One more thing we should discuss. In fact, it's the most important thing.
I thought you were finally going to shut up. I'm already sick of you, so I'll pass.
Oh, but you don't want to miss this. It's the main course. I could just go after your daughter, but something tells me you'd get bored.
No, I'm good. You got me real fired up. You're in my head. Well done.
But this is a gift tailor-made for you. I'm gonna kill all the people you swore to protect. Every last living person here.
Every person living here.
I mean,
I,
yeah.
Your phrasing made sense, but it did make him sound like a mastermind as opposed to a serial killer.
You couldn't.
That is a good point. How is he planning on killing literally everybody? That must be a crazy trigger in order to be able to kill everybody in the fucking city.
Oh, but with this curse of mine, I can. Is it because he has a grudge? I'll give you until dusk. Yo, we're gonna go throughout we're gonna go throughout the day as well.
That's a good point, actually. Yeah. So I guess it is the whole day.
By then, I could probably get a couple hundred people or so. And it'll be all your fault. Oh, it must be so hard to know they'll all die because of you. So tragic. He must be tearing you apart.
Don't fuck with me. There's no way an amateur like you could pull off a curse that strong.
Unfortunately for you, I absolutely can. My curse stone is a particularly strong one. Which means I can have my fun without needing to hold back one bit.
Wouldn't it be? I know we're not going to do this because it's a video game and we have to like play the game. But like, wouldn't now be the perfect time for me to pull out my foot washing mansion stone and through the phone tell him to wash so that way he instantly dies?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, wouldn't that just solve the problem?
Yeah, I don't know if there's like it has to be
over
in
the
person.
phone, but
It's almost like the Feast of Shadows was cast just for me. It was Feast of Shadows. That's what it was, not Dance.
yeah, that's what I said.
You're surprisingly well informed about this. Who was it that tipped you off?
Who knows?
It's so exciting, I'm yawning. Then how about I kill you first and ruin all your fun? What about that, asshole?
Idiot! You think I'd call it off just because you were dead? There's no running away for you. Wait, he said to kill him, not himself.
I don't know, man.
I'll find you. I won't let you get away with this, Najima.
You've got 12 hours. Do you really think your paltry little organization will be able to make a dent in my plans? Oh, the sacrifices will be heavy. I can't wait to see you sobbing with regret. And I'll even have enough soul dregs to pull off the rite of resurrection. How splendid.
Wait, Najima, you're after the...
Bye.
Did you read any of that?
I did.
Okay, well, you gotta figure out what's wrong with your mic, because literally all I heard was the second half of bye.
I don't know. It's whatever Discord is, because I saw my mic picked it up on OBS.
Well,
Oh, there's the little dial tone.
Wouldn't that mean that it's a Discord issue?
Yeah, it's just unfortunately it's
OBS
already
picked it up and
pretty
Discord
low.
didn't. Okay.
Input volume. Boss.
Iro, did you catch all that?
Najima, what is he planning?
Who knows? For now, we need to find him and get him into custody. Send word to HQ. But the fact that the 7 mysteries were wrapped up in this is going to make things tricky.
You mean with Najima being a curse bearer?
Just our luck, really. It couldn't have been a worse guy. Sounds like his curse will be able to kill a lot of people at once. I'd like to avoid getting our investigators caught in the crossfire. We'll
Just
use
morbid
them to
with
find
the-
out where he is.
Just
But then
morbid
we're
with the
going to-
body right there. This angle.
We should try to collect as many curse stones as we can before then. Let's hurry.
Aye aye, boss.
Very dramatic music.
Later.
Later. It was reported
that a total of 3 suspicious deaths were discovered that night. Nejima's threats, along with the curses, were kept secret from the general public. However, the Honjo serial killings still made international headlines following the death of police officer Hajime Yoshino. Which one's that?
That's the police officer. Right?
That's like the burly guy, right?
Yeah, it's the juvenile. For kids.
At Tetsuo's request, a large-scale investigation was launched into Fumichika Nejima's whereabouts. Tetsuo and Iro themselves spent the rest of the night looking for curse bearers in the area, but their search ended in vain. And with that, the curtain closed on that cursed night. 12 hours to sunset. Okay.
So they had some stuff they did.
And then this
Oh,
one's not on
Mio?
mute, too. Mio might be alive. Oh wait, Hitomi's help. Oh shit, she's the delinquent. Whew. I need a break for a second. My brain is swimming at the moment, so let's take a little bit of a break. Let's just chit chat. I am a little surprised that the game didn't end after a single night.
Yeah, I would say like it felt like it was we'd had to do everything in the night.
I thought it was gonna be like Ghost Trick, where like through like memory and time shenanigans or whatever, like the one night extends to infinity or whatever. But yeah.
Who do you want to do? You want to continue with him or with?
I just said I want to take a little bit of a break, and you're not helping me out here at all.
No, I thought you when you pressed back on. Oh, this is fun. I wanted actually a little bit of music anyway, so. But yeah, so it's like they gave us a part 2. So it's like we did objective 1, so we survived the night. Objective 2 is now
to stop the serial killer from murdering hundreds of people.
Yeah.
But we know that we already succeed, which is a little strange, right? Because they said that. Oh wait, no. Hold on, that's not what they said, right? Because that thing where like when the French voiceover came in or whatever, it wasn't that he failed. It was that 6 people died this night.
But it said only 3 people died here, right?
I think it's at 6.
It said 3.
Okay, I'm gonna look it up.
It said 3 because we know that Shogo died, and then I'm not sure who the 2 other people are. Little dialogue we had.
Why can I not? Hello? Can I not? Oh, there's the bottom. Okay. Skippy a little bit.
Skippy.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Later. Total of 3 suspicious deaths were discovered that night. Okay.
Yeah, 3 people.
Why did
So
I think 6 then? Because
I don't
swore
know.
it was 6.
Not sure.
That's also really interesting, though, because if it's only 3 people that died, that was different than what the storyteller told us, right? Last time. Now that being said, this is
I don't.
obviously, like,
Yeah,
a
I don't
different
remember what the
timeline at this point,
storyteller
so.
had said, but yeah.
Well, storyteller had asked, how many people do you think that Okie killed with his power? And we answered 4 because we believed that 4 people had died because of our power or whatever. And he was like, actually, it was 3. Right? So, I don't know. I guess it's interesting in that way. And also, they only discovered 3 deaths. It's entirely possible that more people died and they just didn't find them.
It's true.
All right. I say let's do this one.
Okay.
Bring your friend back from the bed means she'll have to pay the price. Yako makes it home safely, but isn't sure about how to proceed with her curse. She worries about Mio as the night passes. Yeah, that's Mio though. She has the headband or the head thing.
Even though I think it was on the opposite side of her head, just like Richter's mole, but it's
Yeah,
okay.
but they, it's just like Detective JoJo's mole. It's fine.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, hello.
Yako's home.
Oh, good morning, Yako. Huh? Yako, rise and shine.
Eh? Eh? What? Do you sleep standing
Yeah.
up? Huh? It's morning? I...
Are you okay? Can you remember your name?
Duh. I'm the specter of the spirit word. No. Yako
What a weird-
Sakazaki. Yes, I'm... Wait, is this weird, like, amnesia thing that, like, Shogo had?
Did Shogo have amnesia?
Yeah, at the beginning of, like, one of his thing, and then the other one was, like, Yoko ended up being... Yes! I'm Yako Sakazaki!
Good. It seems like you're fully awake.
Oh, Mio! Thanks for last night. Was everything okay?
Yep, still alive. That's a little suspicious, but okay. I couldn't dispel the curse echo or learn the identity of who used it, but I managed to at least get away. That seems really suspicious and not true. Isn't that kind of weird that she just kind of like gets away, I guess?
Well, I don't know how powerful Mio is, but yeah.
But in that situation, it's the best you can hope for.
I'm sorry. I got you involved in something so dangerous. I meant to look for you as soon as the sun rose, but I was just so sleepy. I can't even remember when I fell asleep.
It's okay. It's only natural to be exhausted after what you went through. Besides, I also feel bad that you've been wrapped up in all of this.
Oh, so wait, Mio should be in contact with Tetsuo, right?
Correct, because they both work for the APB.
Yeah, so if
No,
like
or
Tetsuo
PAB.
arrives, shouldn't he be able to like just take the curse stone off of Mio? Not Mio, sorry.
Hopefully.
Yako.
Yes, Yako. That's true. Also, good to know that people don't just die when you take their stone, right? That's cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you said something about that last night. Just who exactly are you, Mio?
Oh, well, the truth is, I've been trained in things having to do with the supernatural.
Huh? You mean you can learn that kind of stuff? Like you would with flower arranging?
I had quite the eventful childhood.
Avengeful.
Eventful
Huh?
childhood.
That sounds like it must have been tough.
Yes, it would take a long time to explain, so let's just leave it at that for now. As fate would have it, I've ended up as the apprentice, or maybe more like assistant, to a notable paranormal expert. He's a weird cat ghost thing. Schools have always had more paranormal disturbances because young people tend to be more susceptible to these things. I'm sent to schools that may experience something paranormal and put a stop to it before it happens.
Wow, that's amazing. So it's like a part-time job you do while also being a student?
Yes, but I don't get paid. Well, I do help maintain public order, but it's all part of my training, so I don't get any money.
Oh, you got it rough, then. But still, that really is amazing. You were so cool when you faced off against the evil spirit.
I never know if I should be happy when you compliment me like that. But anyways, that's why it's up to me to resolve any paranormal issues at the school, and why I'm going to look into the cause of all this. But for now, let's head to school.
Yeah.
Oh, and do you have your curse stone? Now that it's daytime and its power is diminished, I should be able to hold on to it. Want to give it a try?
Right. I do have it, but
Yako.
is it really so wrong trying to bring Michio back, I mean?
I can't approve of
It's
it.
like, whatever, the sentiment's fine, but killing people to get it is wrong, so just stop. Please.
Yeah, but that's all. But that's like all of the good, or all of the quote unquote good people who get a curse stone think the same thing of like, oh, I'll just kill the curse bearers who kill people because that means they're bad people, right?
Yeah.
The right may seem like a dream come true, but if it involves taking the lives of other people, then
Yeah, true.
I want to make sure this whole ritual ends without anyone getting hurt. That's what I believe, and what I'll put before anything else.
I'm sorry, but is it okay if I still hold on to it?
I'm going to kill you with my mind and then take your stone. Yako.
I promise I won't use the curse no matter what, but maybe there's some other way. I just have a feeling that I shouldn't give up on the possibility just yet. That said, I'll help you, even if it's to stop the curses. For the Michio that still exists within me, I'll settle things so that we can move forward.
Yeah. Okay. But if you ever feel in danger, you can give me the curse stone at any point.
Right. Thank you, Mio.
Okay, then let's go.
This is
candy
her
shop?
house. Yeah.
An old-fashioned candy shop located on a street corner in Honjo. It has been in Yako Sakazaki's family for 3 generations. On the weekends, you can spot Yako watching over the store, cooking monjayaki? Monjayaki? I literally have no idea what the hell this is.
Monjayaki. I think it's Monjayaki.
Monjayaki. And playing traditional tops and card games with the local children. Though traditional candy shops are known for selling cheap treats for kids, it is not uncommon to see these largely privately owned businesses become something more like general stores, selling food, drinks, utensils, and other daily necessities. Many families operate candy shops on the dirt ground floor of their home, known as the doma, with a space in the back where customers can eat monjayaki, monjayaki, as well as arcade games and capsule toy machines in the front. Hey, that was like that was very similar to what was happening in Eastward, right? Remember?
Yeah.
Remember that like random convenience store or whatever? Although I guess there they sold ice cream. Can you look up what monjayaki is? Is it a type of like sweet candy ice cream thing?
Monjayaki. Oh no, monjayaki is the thing on like the griddle, right? Where it's like you go into the shop and then you get like a mixture of stuff and then you pour it on, and it's like a savory pancake. Actually, let me send you a picture. It may be easier if you just see
It's
it.
like a savory pancake. Okay,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
On air. I've seen this. I always wanted to try one of these.
Okay. In the front. Such facilities make them attractive places for children to gather and play. However, the harsh reality is that traditional candy shops, which thrived during the period of high economic growth, when many confectionery manufacturers entered the market, are experiencing a steady decline due to the rise of convenience stores and changes in children's interests and tastes. That's fair. Sad, but fair.
You think we'll see that the guy's dead? Ooh, they're in like a really bad position because of the janitor.
The fucking janitor?
The police, and that's
Oh,
why
shit.
I
That
think their
security
teacher's
guard.
dead. I think their
I
teacher's
think
dead,
their
yeah.
teacher is dead, yeah.
And maybe
Huh?
that's why we're like Hitomi, because we saw her with him.
Yes.
I thought it unusually noisy. There's a big group of people and police in front of the school. Did something happen?
If the police are here, then something must have. I'll go ask.
Thanks. 2 minutes
Good
later.
transition. This isn't good.
Huh? What happened?
Don't panic, okay? The first teacher who came to work this morning found something.
Okay.
Mr. John was found dead in the middle of the school grounds.
What?
They're closing the school for today. But that's not all. I didn't know this either since I didn't watch the morning news, but rumors are spreading that a number of bodies were found nearby.
What? There's no way. Like, Yako, do you see how, like, upset you are right now? Just imagine if you went and you
Imagine
killed
this,
people.
But for any of the people that you murder to try to bring
Yeah.
back Michi. So, I was thinking about something.
Yeah.
Obviously, a big part of this is going to be finding serial killer guy, right?
Yeah.
However, the game pretty much told us from square one, oh yeah, I think he kind of looks like that janitor from the school. Isn't that really weird?
That was Tetsuo, right? Being like
No,
he
that
looked
was
vaguely
that was
familiar.
Haruwe. Nope, that was Haruwe, who said that actually, now that I think about it, the janitor at the school near where, you know, I live or whatever, kind of looks like him.
Well, didn't we kind of confirm too via, like, in Yako's storyline when she said, when we talked about Mio and then Mio ended up dead?
No. Stop it. You're misunderstanding what I'm bringing up here.
Yeah.
I am supremely confident that the janitor has one-sided read, right? I am supremely confident in that. However, isn't it kind of weird from like a storytelling perspective, unless you're going for like dramatic irony, isn't it kind of weird that super early on in the story, you're like, hey, the janitor's the serial killer. And then like we do all of this stuff. Because like,
I mean, I think it was probably intended, right? A lot of this game is about like dramatic irony.
Well, I guess that's true. I guess the reason I bring this up is that I was wondering if it's not I'm wondering if maybe the janitor is innocent and one-sided read actually just allows you to possess people.
Maybe that'd be
If that
interesting.
makes any sense.
Yeah, that would be interesting. In order to have them, right? Because he wanted her.
Yeah, because like I'm thinking about it where it's like he said like, oh, they let me out on parole or whatever, and it's like that's entirely possible, and he could just be the janitor. It could be as straightforward as that. But imagine if it was something else. Imagine if it was something along the lines of like, oh yeah, I'm going to possess this guy who's actually getting out on parole, and then I'm going to possess him with my murderous intent, and he's gonna do all this serial killer shit while I'm still in prison. You know? I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, it feels weird to me that it's not like a clue, I guess. Like, I felt so smart the other day when, like, the other session, when it was like, oh, didn't he chop up all the little girls or whatever? And isn't that, like, literally what happens in this one myth? Or in this one of the 7 mysteries of
Yeah,
Honjo
with
or
him
whatever?
chopping up the lady, yeah.
Yeah, where he chopped up the lady, and it's like, oh, that makes a lot of sense. That seems like a connection right there. But then I thought about it for like literally like 2 seconds, and I was like, oh, it doesn't actually matter because the game already confirmed this, right? Yeah. Anyway,
because of the curses,
we don't know enough to say. From what I heard, Mr. John's body was in the middle of the school grounds. But his body was covered in bruises, like he'd fallen from somewhere high. What?
That's hers, though, right?
That's us. Yeah. What?
Do you think she was taken? Like, she said she felt sleepy. She didn't really know when she fell asleep.
Holy shit. Do you think that... I think you're right. It might just straight up be... Wow. And that's why she felt so sleepy, because she didn't actually go to bed. So... I do want to. Oh, sorry, not persons of interest. I do want to check something real quick. Is there any of these that have anything to do with mimicking something?
Have we done the beckoning of light yet? Because that could be you have to follow someone. You lead someone to do something.
I want to know. So Haunting Clappers is MILF Lady, right? We got that. Evergreen Beach is the detective. Tycho, we don't know.
We don't know.
Foot Washing Mansion was
Tetsuo we have.
Seinfeld.
Yeah, but no, we have
This
Tetsuo.
is murder guy. This is Professor.
And we have this, yeah.
Beckoning Light, we don't know. Fool's Possession is Yako. Whispering Canal is, I think, the business guy.
Businessman, though.
We know all of them, but two, and one of them is definitely Hitomi. That's so strange.
Who was Hitomi again?
Hitomi is the delinquent girl.
Oh, yeah, okay. Weird.
Taking into account his unnatural death and the timing, it's very likely it was something to do with the curse.
You're saying someone used their curse on him last night? Literally, Yako, you're the only one with this type of curse. Yeah.
Unless... Oh,
unless he was compelled to walk off the building.
You for a second. I actually just scared the shit out of myself by breathing outwards.
What?
I paused my thought, but my throat and lungs are really weak right now because of like the COVID and then the laryngitis before that. So I was like pausing, holding my breath, but the air was slowly coming out. So it went like, but I didn't know it was me. And so I looked out my door and I was like, oh fuck. Like there was a ghost.
Zach,
Anyway.
what if he was actually compelled to, if like the leading light forces someone to follow what you say to do or like where you go? It could be he was compelled to walk out of the building or like walk off the top of the...
He could have literally just died of falling. That's entirely possible. I think before we can make any assumptions, we literally just have to figure out what Hitomi's power is.
Yeah.
And then, hold up. We also don't know if, piece of shit psychotic girl. What's her name? Ayame? The one.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah, I don't remember her name right now.
I want to say it's Ayame or.
I want to say let's just say Triangle Girl.
Triangle Girl. That's actually a funny reference. So, but we actually don't know if Triangle Girl. I mean, she's like a fucking drawn character, so I would assume that she's a curse bearer, right? Just for the sake of video game design shit. So, like, Hitomi and Triangle Girl. One of them has the beckoning light, and the other one has the taiko drums for some reason, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, those are the only two people. Maybe we'll be introduced to more people, but I feel like we've seen most.
Well, can I be perfectly frank with you? I noticed this earlier today when I was waiting for you all to get into the meeting. There is a character on the main screen that we have not seen yet. On like the cover art for the game.
Yeah.
Far left.
Whoa. They're cool.
Who's that? Right?
Yeah.
Literally everybody else on there has been featured, including Okie, who immediately died.
Sorry, Okie.
Can I be frank with you? But I thought you were Obo. Mikey? Seems like it, doesn't it?
That's so scary. Yeesh. So the curses really do kill people. What did you expect? And someone used it.
God, what a crazy thing to say. Keep your voice down, okay? What would happen if another curse bearer heard you?
Sorry.
Yako, you need to calm the fuck down. You're freaking out. Dead.
That's stuff we know. Okay, the only thing that's updated to go up was his deceased body was discovered on the school grounds at dawn.
Okay. I wish we had a little more information, but they locked up the front gate. Maybe we could sneak in through the back entrance. It's Hitomi. And she's glowing? What the fuck is that? Oh, it's just like artifacting from her moving across the screen. I thought it was like a ghost ball. That person over there. Isn't that Hitomi Okuda?
You're right. That's unusual. She wouldn't be here. Oh, but she was at the school last night, too.
She must know something about Mr. John. Let's see what she has to say. Wouldn't that be great if
Oh,
she was just
Mio.
another villain?
Wait for me.
Hurry up. You're like 6 times taller than me.
She's kind of just like, Hitomi's kind of just like jaded by life, I guess, right? That's what her thing was.
Can I ask
So
you a
she's
question?
just kind of rebelling. Yeah.
What about her outfit is rebellious? Because remember, that was like a thing that they said, was that, oh, she's always wearing her uniform in such a rebellious way. I thought she was going to have like a fucking short skirt or something. Like, I thought they were going to do something like that.
Yeah, I'm
And
not
it's like,
sure.
No, she just looks like a normal.
Has she is
high
her
school girl.
are her sleeves rolled up? Is that it?
I mean, I guess so. We'll have to pay attention to the reverse when we look at either of these two.
Okay, who's supposed to be Hitomi here?
Can I give you a prediction? I think that this conversation is mostly going to be between Hitomi and Mio.
Okay. So you want me
So I
to
would
take
like for you to do Hitomi. You could do just like fucking, I don't know, delinquent girl, whatever you feel like. But if it turns out that is incorrect, I'll switch to Hitomi. And I'll just fucking do my same girl voice again.
Oh my god, I love it. Okay, huh?
Women all sound exactly the same to me. They all sound like this.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
So you're telling me the two of you are the ones at the school last night?
Are your eyes fucking red? What the fuck?
No
Did you see
sense
that?
hiding it, then.
What
Plus,
the
I owe
hell
you
is
one,
wrong with your
Mio.
eyes?
I'll tell you everything I know.
Thank you.
She owes you? Did she save her?
Oh, yeah. Right after I transferred here, there was a bit of trouble.
She gave me one of those, what was it? Oh, exorcisms. Huh? So that's what that is. Oh, so that's what it was?
Oh, you're right, Saba. She does roll her sleeves up.
Okay. What a delinquent.
What a delinquent. Man, can you believe that? Somebody rolling their sleeves up?
I can't believe it, I know.
Did you hear about Mr. Mr. John?
Heard about it. I've known about it since last night. I saw that butt face bited on the school grounds myself.
Also, Hitomi, that's really fucked up. What the hell?
What? You saw it happen?
Tell us about it. What happened exactly?
I don't really know myself. It was pitch black. But I can tell you. It was almost dawn, probably around 3. He started freaking out all of a sudden, ran out to the ground like something was chasing him, then screamed.
Ah, my body! Somebody help me! Forgive me, Michio!
Or something like that while he was running around. Michio? He mentioned Michio?
Was there anyone else on the grounds?
It was too dark to see from where I was. But for just a second, I saw a girl in a school uniform with her hair in braids.
That's Michio. That's Michio.
Is there a curse to show you what you fear the most?
It could be. It could be guiding light, for all we know.
Yeah.
Oh.
Go out to make sure, so it could have been nothing for all I know.
It could have been nothing.
Then I heard him begging for his life, like, I was wrong, and I'll do anything. Then all of a sudden, his arms and legs snapped, even though he was just standing there.
Oh, that would have been a great animation to see.
No, I don't think I would want to hear. I think they don't animate it, they have the auditory of what happens, and I'm okay without hearing that. His arms and legs broke without anything being done to him? He fell over and quit moving, so I thought I'd better get out of there. Then he croaked. That's all I saw.
I see.
But from what you've told us, it sounds like Michio's ghost chased something.
Sorry.
Okay, well, I mean,
I
if I
had
know
to fucking fix something, so I clicked on the screen.
anything about that, I'm just telling you what I heard him say. She's like,
Oh,
Mio's like,
really?
isn't that your thing? Isn't that?
Did you tell that story to the police?
Nope, and I ain't gonna. Can't count on them for anything. Not like they believe such an insane story anyways. Mio's like, yeah, but I know this, like, one detective that's, like, pretty dope. Like, I like teasing him a lot, and he's really fun to get a reaction out of, but he can help.
Mio talking about Tetsuo.
Most of those viewers are just me.
But there must be at least one person in the police worth trusting, right? No, he's dead now.
Yeah, I guess. Oh, because it was the other guy, yeah, and he's dead. There was this one cop who always got on my case about stuff. But he died just the other day. Oh, I guess her eyes are just like a deep, like reddish brown. So at first I also thought they were red.
It's like a deep amber color, but they colored her eyes in such a weird way where it's like the color only shows up in the direction of the light. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, he did? I'm sorry to hear that.
Everyone who gets involved with me ends up dead. Maybe I really am cursed. Pisses me off.
You've got it all wrong. The spirit that possessed you wasn't that kind of spirit.
Huh? It wasn't?
Yeah, it was the spirit of an acoustic guitar.
What? Rebellious!
No, I'm sure that was hard enough for you. Don't look at the camera.
Heard you speaking. That's all I know about that Buttface's death. Hey, Mio. I've been thinking something.
Mm-hmm.
The way she described it reminded me of something. I wonder. The way Mr. Junichi died, it sounds a lot like how Michio died.
Yako, you can't be this
Yako.
stupid as a protagonist. Like, we need you to work with us here.
This doesn't help you, Yako! Of course, I didn't see it myself, but the state Michio's body was in, it was like she had fallen from high up. But you have the curse! You have the curse!
You
What is...
have the curse stone
I'm...
that makes people die from falling
I am
as
so...
if they had fallen.
Oh my god.
I don't
Well, let's
get it.
continue. Hopefully they address this scenario. She doesn't think so.
I don't think so. The curses of the 7 mysteries hadn't manifested when she died. And if we can trust what the spirit board said, then Michio died in an accident.
Oh, right.
I think you're both stupid. I
Well,
think this is
remember, Zach, the stones can only be used with someone if they have already paranormal, like, I think, abilities, or if the Feast of Shadows is happening, then normal people can
I
use it.
don't think that is correct. I believe that they've said multiple times that normally curses can only be cast by someone with a paranormal-like ability, but the curse stones allow you to use the specific curse regardless of who you are. The Feast of Shadows just makes it more powerful.
Okay. So what would it
Yeah.
normally do? Would it normally just like, I'll just prick you instead of kill you?
I think that normally what would happen with the curse stones is that you would just get this like horrifically violent intent, and then you'd be like, damn it! If only I could pretend to burn you alive!
Hitomi, were you possessed by some kind of evil spirit? I don't understand it all too well myself. What I can say
Oh
for
my god,
sure
did you hear
is...
the music? Did you hear the music just hard cut between the acoustic guitar and mystery sound?
I didn't. I was too busy talking. Thanks to Mio, the weird symptoms that were happening to me all went away.
Yep. Some people are born with a natural sensitivity to the paranormal. They tend to end up isolated as they struggle to relate to people around them.
They also tend to draw spirits to them naturally. This can cause strange symptoms they don't understand, like headaches, muscle stiffness, and hallucinations, even memory problems. I mean, that might be specific to this. I don't know.
Side effects
sure
include.
I'm
Side
sure it
effects.
must have been very hard.
So that's how it works, huh? Do people also have their personality taken over when possessed too? Is she thinking about herself right now?
She might be, and that'd be really good if she did. It is possible with spirits to have a very close relationship to their target, like siblings or a
So,
parent or
like,
child,
Michio took over Yako's body?
and got revenge on the teacher.
Maybe.
Maybe the teacher was the one who got possessed prior and
Sure.
and killed Michio, but I don't know. There seems to be like a fucking Gordian knot of like people all dying like really close to each other, and it doesn't really make much sense, but I guess we'll figure it out. But you almost never hear about people being taken over completely. It's almost like you need something amplifying a spirit's power, like, I don't know, a Feast of Shadows maybe? But when the two parties aren't in sync, that those negative effects can start to appear.
So the seances or whatever you see on TV are all bogus?
Not quite. There are mediums and diviners who can align their minds with the spirits they call, though there are people on TV who are just putting on a performance.
Huh.
Stop looking at the camera! There are people who in life had extremely powerful spirit sense or a deep connection with the person. But even they shouldn't be able to completely take over the person they possess. And even if they could, it'd only be enough to pressure them to choose certain behaviors that wouldn't be unusual for them to do on their own to begin with. You mean like somebody who was really keen on murdering people?
Well, maybe
You
he
know?
wasn't. Well, that's the thing.
Like
Maybe
that?
he wasn't keen on murdering people. Maybe he was inclined to
No, I
violent
was talking
tendencies.
about Yako.
Oh, Yako? Okay, sorry. I was going to
Remember,
switch
Yako
to
keeps being
Nejima.
Like, what if I did a little murder? Like,
But-
just a little one.
I was talking about Nejima. I was like, maybe Nejima actually started off, like, not being inclined to, like, murder, but maybe he was inclined to violent tendencies. And then, like, whatever, he was possessed or something, and then it just full-blown went into, like, murder intent. Murderous.
Entirely possible.
Yeah. But if that's the case, wouldn't you know if you were choosing that behavior on your own will or not?
Hence why there are lots of cases where people don't even realize they're possessed, though the spirit may influence the behavior and memories of the host. The deeper their connection in life, the easier it is for that to occur.
I see. Getting possessed by a spirit is pretty complicated, huh? It must have been tough for you being possessed for so long, he told me. Whatever might happen to me, it doesn't make any difference. Me being able to see spirits and stuff has nothing to do with how things ended up like this. Yeah, it's not like being able to see them is your fault either.
The same goes for me. Maybe it's just something we have to live with. I think you have a knack for it yourself, Yako. I bet you could see them too with a little training.
I
Stop
think I
looking
may
at the
pass.
camera! You're spiking the shit out of the camera. What's wrong with you?
So that's why you do the job you do, huh, Mio? I thought she was a weirdo when she showed up, all of a sudden saying she was gonna exorcise me. If you hadn't said anything, I probably would have knocked your lights out. Nice.
What the fuck, Toby?
Nice. You tried to perform an exorcism on her without telling her anything?
You see, in my experience, most people don't understand no matter how much I explain. They only accept my explanation after they see the results.
Huh, I guess that makes sense. Okay.
Hitomi, last night before you witnessed Mr. John's collapse, can I ask you what he and you were doing in the classroom?
You gonna tell the cops?
Fuck, dude.
She's with the cops. That's what they don't know. So Mio, it'll be fine. Oh, right. With everything that happened with Mr. Junichi? They'll suspect
John.
you if we told them we saw you with him that night. Anytime something happens with someone like me, all those stupid adults start jumping to conclusions.
I understand. I won't tell them. You wouldn't have been able to kill him anyway.
If you say so, then I don't mind telling you about it. So last night, that piece of garbage called me over here acting like he was gonna attack me or something. What? How terrible. Whatever. I'm glad he's dead. He had it coming. Calling people worthless and a cancer on society when he doesn't know anything about them. That buttface was the one always acting like scum if you'd ask me.
Is that so? Could you tell us in more detail why he called you out in the middle of the night?
It's hard to explain. Where to start?
Probably with this.
Oh, you need to start with... It's just the...
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We had to start with John's misdeeds. What do you mean by Mr. John acting like scum? Was he doing something bad?
You know Michio Saraishi, right? The girl who killed herself? Huh? Michio? I don't know everything, but that creep of a teacher had some dirt on her. And he was using it to blackmail her. Call her up after school and make her do whatever he wanted.
Don't like that.
What? What do you mean when you say whatever he wanted? I'll leave it to your imagination. Nothing that a couple model students like you would ever get involved in, but...
Maybe it's not that bad that he's dead then.
No. Hey, that's how... What do you mean by dirt? I don't know anything about this. How could I not have known about this?
Yako, I know how you feel, but try to calm down.
You got guts acting like you were her friend. Jinoichi really did a number on both Michio's body and soul. She probably felt she couldn't tell anyone, like she had to suffer alone. No, how terrible.
Hitomi, how do you know about this?
I just happened to walk in on it. I know the spots around school people go to when they want to stay out of sight. He ran off in a panic when I yelled at him, asking what he was doing.
Walked in on it?
You could tell she's, like, disgusted. Ugh. I couldn't leave her alone looking like she was about to cry, so I stuck around for a bit. She told me everything that happened in whispers. She probably figured I wasn't the type to spread that stuff around. But she never asked for my help. She told me that she was fine and to keep it a secret. Michio, why? She probably thought she just had to grit her teeth till it was through. She was naive. I tried to tell her that if you give guys like that an inch, they'll take a mile. She kept saying on how it was her punishment. She was soft.
Or
No.
punishment for what?
I don't know. Well,
What the fuck?
of course, Jinoichi didn't change. He kept on doing what he was doing. I don't understand either of them, but that's as much as I was involved. And then she killed herself. Nothing I can do about it now. You tell me, if you knew about it, then why didn't you... What do you mean she's not a snitch? That's why. You trying to say it's my fault?
It's the fucking North American... It's the policy every person follows. National no snitching policy.
True.
You didn't see nothing, you don't say nothing, alright?
She told me not to say anything. She told me she was fine. So what the hell more responsibility do I have other than what I already did?
Yako, there's no point in blaming Hitomi.
Ichio, why?
Probably because she was getting molested by her teacher, and that's really fucked up to talk about. I remember when all of those women were coming forward
to like lay their accusations against at the time President Trump. I remember that was like a discussion that I had with my sister very briefly, because she was firmly in the part or in the belief that they were all lying and just trying to get attention. And I was like, I don't know. I mean, probably some of them are, but like I feel like most of them are definitely telling the truth. And she goes like, well, if they were sexually assaulted, why wouldn't they just tell somebody? And I feel really bad saying this, but I looked at her with like the most skeptical look I could possibly muster, because she had a history of not talking about that shit as well. And it's like, really? You're accusing other women of not talking about it? It's almost like it's really traumatic and fucking hard to talk about, you know? And it's like, I don't know. I'm just thinking about that here, where it's like, oh, Gio. And it's like, yeah, no fucking duh, she didn't talk about it. Feels bad, man, but like, no one ever does. They should, but no one ever does.
Yeah, this music.
It's very sad.
Did you hear what this dirt was? Nope, never heard what it was. But from the sound of it, he'd been blackmailing her since about a year ago.
What happened about a year ago? I guess the kidnapping, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
But I don't know what Michio would have to do with that. Probably nothing.
That long? That jerk probably caught her doing something she shouldn't have been. She looked well behaved, but there's more to a person than meets the eye, you know? There must be some reason. Dunno. Got nothing to do with me. So last night, how did it start? Alright. Remember that nosy cop I mentioned who was always on my case? He died at the former Yasuda Gardens a couple of days ago. Yoshimi was his name. He was part of the juvenile division. He didn't look like a cop at all. Real rough guy, but good at looking out for folks, so he was the only one I could talk to. Man, that's unfortunate.
This is really sad. Also, hey, it's the bridge.
Yeah.
That's the bridge that everybody talks at, like, constantly. Huh? So there was someone like that in police. Nice.
Too bad he ended up dying. Oh, another thing. One time he suddenly introduced his fiancée to me. It was hilarious seeing a big guy like that act like a shy little kid all of a sudden. Aw. She told me that she was like me when she was my age and that she was on my side.
It must have been a terrible loss for her, too.
Yeah, I do feel a little bad for her when I think about how sad she must be. And I saw him at the gardens the night he died.
That's info. That's good. That's new info. Holy shit, did she fucking kill him?
Why would she kill him?
Well, remember, he died of a heart attack, and that's the only other type of death that we haven't confirmed
Yes,
yet.
but why would she kill him?
I don't know. What if she was fucking possessed?
Well, let's see what she says. Oh, no. Whenever I would get worked up over something, Yoshimi always took me straight to that park.
Oh, that's really cute, actually. That's really touching.
Then he'd listen to whatever it was I was pissed about. That day he called me over there like usual. Something seemed off about him, like he was worried about something. Worried about something? Yeah, he asked me for a favor, too. That was pretty unusual. A favor? What kind of favor? He handed me a weird talisman and asked me to hold on to it for him.
That seems like it's wrapped up in something? Or is that just what the talisman looks like?
It looks like a really worn-out talisman.
Right? But that's so strange.
I mean, it could be used for, like, warding off, like, evil, right?
I mean,
That's
normally the
normally-
talismans in like that in Japanese culture are for warding off spirits. Ergo, not getting fucking possessed.
Oh no, maybe he was just spirit attacked. Yeah, just a normal good luck charm. I figured if that's it, then sure, I'll take it. I have it with me now. That wasn't all. He told me that he wanted me to look for a talisman Michio Shiraishi had that looked like this one. Michio? Why does she have? What does she have to do with this? Yoshimi had been meeting up and talking with her. While they were together, he noticed that she had like a special talisman or something. But apparently Michio always avoided the subject.
Right, because Michio had the cursed stone, and he's describing it as a talisman.
Yes. A talisman that Michio had. Is she gonna hold it out and be like, is
You mean like this one?
He knew that I knew her, so that's why he asked me, he said.
Could there have been something about Michio? Could there have been something that Michio couldn't tell even the police about?
I know things at home were a little complicated. From what I've heard, Michio was keeping her mouth shut about what Junichi was doing to her. Hard to talk with the cops when someone's got dirt on you. I didn't squeal on anything about Michio either. Michio, what is it that had such a strong grip on you?
Oh!
So basically, no, it's different. Yoshimi didn't just have his eye on Michio, but her talisman too. But after she died, he didn't know where it ended up. So since I knew her from school, he wanted me to look into it for him.
Is there something special about the two talismans? I wonder why he gave it to you.
Well, if I know. When I looked inside it, there's just a weird kind of grimy scrap of wood.
It's the fucking thing. It's the cursed stone.
So you've seen inside it? But from the way he was acting, it seemed important to him somehow. But to be honest, when he was asking... What he was asking is such a pain in the butt, I figured he had to be serious about it.
Oh, and since he died right after that.
Yeah, he even said to me, if anything happens to me, take those two talismans. Give them to a guy named Nakagoshi at the police department.
Do we know anyone named Nakagoshi?
Feel free to, is it...
Nope, we do not.
Nope. We know Nakagoshi. Knowing what I know now, he probably felt that something was going to happen to him.
Nakagoshi?
Do you know him, Mio?
No, I've just heard the name, I think.
So there really is a Nakagoshi. That's a relief, at least.
Don't we have...
We're still missing a bunch. Oh. You think it's the head? Nakagochi's like the top guy? Yeah, the head.
Yeah, Zach! Fucking remembering shit! Let's go!
The head of paranormal affairs.
Head of paranormal affairs, let's go!
So that's why she knows him, because she's like, it's my boss.
Because she's his apprentice.
Anyway, it didn't feel right just ignoring a dead guy's last request. So
I found the other talisman. Hitomi.
Yeah?
That talisman. Would you mind if I had a look at it?
Sorry, but I don't trust you all that much yet. But I exercised you. You know, you're better because of me. It's important to me.
We exercised together.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, last night you were looking for the talisman Michio had?
Yeah. And I figured that piece of garbage teacher would know the most about Michio. I asked him yesterday afternoon if he knew anything about her talisman. He gave me some cryptic response like, I can't talk about it now, come to school tonight. He even gave me the code to the lock on the back entrance. He seemed pretty willing to give it out, so I wouldn't be surprised if he used it for secret meetings before.
Yuck, I can only imagine. We climbed over the front gate to get in.
So yeah, we met up in the classroom in the middle of the night. But nothing he said made any sense. Like that I was really Michio and stuff like that.
Right, because of the
Position. He went on and on about how it was my fault and that if only I hadn't been around or something. He grabbed... a hold of me, breathing heavily.
Were you okay?
Yeah, that's right. When you two showed up. I was able to get away while Junichi was freaking out. Oh my gosh! Good thing you got away.
Imagine if we hadn't have peeked through the door or something.
I know. I think that the janitor wasn't like stalking us, but like he was going throughout the school. So that's why like the curse started to affect us.
Sure, I could see that. But the
Yeah.
thing is that like if we believe the curse is actually Najima, the serial killer guy, right? What the fuck is the trigger for it? Is it literally just
I
I
have
want
no
to kill
clue.
this person?
Yeah, I'm not sure. That'd
Like,
be
it
horrible.
has to be crazy.
Murderous intent.
Can I-
That's pretty.
You know what I just thought of? I think I figured out who the person in the bottom left of the artwork is for the game. I think that's Nagagoshi.
Maybe. Remember,
I'm
they
just
said they
looking at
don't
it.
really see Nakagoshi that often.
Right.
So it's really all thanks to you two that I got away. And you still don't trust us? But I didn't get any info about the talisman, so the whole thing was sort of a bust. Afterwards, I was wondering what you two were doing up to, so I hid nearby. And then I saw you and old man Ashimiya talking, and then Neo showed up. Neo showed up?
Interesting.
Oh, you did? That's also why I saw Junichi come back outside and bite it.
So I think she's implying that she kind of hid out, saw us leave, saw the janitor come out, saw the janitor go back in, saw Mio come out after we left, and then she saw the teacher die.
Okay.
I think that's what she's saying the order of events is. I see. So you were only here to look for Michio's talisman. Oh my god, why did it blink like that?
I was dumb to fall for that creep Jinoichi's trap so easily. It could have gone a lot worse, but I lucked out. Finally.
What you described does sound like Michio killed Mr. John. She did have a reason to hate him after all. Yeah, pretty fair.
No way. You mean like that really was her ghost? Like for real?
Those who die bearing strong resentment or regret can occasionally become spirits, either bound to a place or roaming freely. However, it usually be impossible for them to kill the living. Most don't have that kind of power, but it's possible they could possess someone close to them to act on those So do you think that when we got possessed, and by we as in Yako, because remember,
That's why she was like, "Who am I?" Because maybe she was still like,
kind of possessed a little bit.
yeah.
Okay. So that's what we're saying. We're saying that Michio's strongly resentful spirit is still kind of possessing Yako. I guess that's fair. Sure.
Wonder if that's what happened. Alright, then supposing what the spirit board said is true and Michio's death was an accident, then she must have had some regrets. If she really hadn't given up on living, that is. I don't think she was the kind of girl who would just give up no matter what the situation. I don't really know, but she didn't seem like she had something tormenting her so much that she'd kill herself. Okay. And that's all I know. Happy? I still gotta look for the talisman.
Sure. Thank you, Hitomi.
Oh, and if you two find out anything about Michio's talisman,
We'll be sure to let you know.
thanks.
I think we have the talisman.
Oh, can we get your contact info? Where can we normally find you? No, well, it was blue, right? So we don't have that talisman.
No, right, but the talisman had a thing in it.
Yeah, but it was just, I think she said a block, like a vertical block of something that fits into the shape of.
She said it was like
A sack.
She said it was a weird scrap of wood. I think she's talking about the cursed stone.
We'll see. I don't think so. I don't think so, but like we'll see. Yeah.
I think that that's
Right? I'm not home most of the time. So here's my phone number. Thanks, we'll call her if we need to talk with you. And, what is it? You're easier to talk to than I imagined. I was kind of scared at first, but not anymore. Shut up. You were the one avoiding me. Anyway, catch you later. Don't die out there, okay?
Thanks, we'll be careful.
All right, then.
Wow, she is so much shorter than Yako. Oh my god. We got a lot of new information. Sounds like Mr. John was killed by a curse, just like I thought. Which means there's a curse bear at the school. Multiple, in fact.
Multiple? I mean, yeah, that's
Yes.
because of the other curse we saw, right?
Yes. Yes. The cursed echo we experienced in the school and the one that killed Mr. Jonichi seemed to be different. The people in the school at the time, other than us, were Mr. John, Hitomi, and Old Man Ashimiya, who you ran into. I was thinking about, I was thinking to be among them, but there was one more person Hitomi saw, a girl in school uniform with braids.
Omi was saying, it doesn't seem like she's the one. Mr. Janoichi is pretty suspicious, though, but he died. If he were a curse bearer, it would certainly explain why he was killed.
Right. That's why I say there are multiple.
Oh, right. The person who killed Mr. Junichi would have to have been one, too. Which means it must be either the mysterious girl or Old Man Ashimiya.
Yeah, we should certainly be careful of them. That said, the mysterious girl and the fact that Mr. John thought it was Michio that was attacking him has me wondering. Of course, I doubt Michio herself was actually there, but...
Oh, I just remembered. I also saw Mr. Araishi outside the main gate last night.
You did? It's likely he's involved with the Cursons, given that he's the one doing research on the Rite of Resurrection.
So we'll have to be careful of Old Man Ashimiya and Mr. Araishi. I want to believe that's not all curse bearers. That not all curse bearers will be hostile, but
As for what to do now, I'd like to find who's responsible for the Feast of Shadows that set this off and how they did it. I don't think we'll be able to end this without stopping it at the source.
that makes sense. In which case, next we should do what exactly?
We'll need to talk with Mr. Araishi. Sorry, I didn't realize it was a sentence. We'll need to talk to Mr. Araishi. He definitely knows something. It should be safer during the day, so I think we should try to look for him.
Got it. I'll help in any way I can. But the school is closed. I wonder where he could be.
Let's try heading someplace someone may know where he is.
Where to go then?
Oh, fuck. I don't know, man.
There's a lot of places. We
Where
only
was-
have... Are we going to
I mean,
5 or
the
4
only-
today, by the way?
I was thinking about ending after 3 hours, but that being said, I don't know if you can tell, I'm really tired.
My voice is pretty tired too after.
My voice is a little shot, and we did I feel like I know it's only been 2 hours 40 minutes or whatever since we started. This feels like a full 4 hours because so much has happened.
Yeah, I think we could probably end at the end of the hour. Make sure we can find a good spot to end at.
Now, where would we go in order to potentially find? Because we're not looking for him. We're looking for a place that would know where he might be.
The candy
Not
shop in
sure.
our house, so why would we go there?
We were just at Komagata High School. I'm interested
We
in
didn't
former
ask
Yasuda
anybody where he
Gardens.
was.
I feel like
Well, we
someone
didn't
would
ask
know.
anybody where he was, right?
I guess not.
I mean, why former Yasuda Gardens?
I guess that's just because of all the stuff that's happened there. I'm just kind of like,
Yeah, but there's also Ryogoku Bridge. A lot of stuff happened there too.
Ryogoku Goku,
Goku, Goku, Goku.
Ryogoku. Yeah. Kamagata. Hmm. I have no. If you want to
I
start
say
at the
the
high
high
school,
school
yeah.
just because it's like I feel like this would be a place where we could talk to another teacher and be like, "Hey, do you know where he might be?" And they'll be like, "Fuck off."
Well, yeah, we can go there. We can try first. Just here anyway.
9 a.m. And so, Mio and Yako decided on their next location to investigate. Huh?
Do you want to try
Did we
clicking
pick the
anywhere
wrong-
else?
Start from location selection. And so.
No, I think
Okay.
I think we're just stuck here. I think
You
we
think
gotta.
that all of these lead to the same thing?
Yeah, I think we have to do the other stuff.
Let's try one more. Let's do your former Yasuda. And if this is not, and if this doesn't work, we'll call it a stream.
Seems like a good place to end.
Seems like a good place to end. Yep. Well, there you go. I have to actually wake up for 9 a.m. tomorrow. I don't want to do that. Oh, man. This was a really good weekend, despite the fact that I didn't really do much. I think it was mostly because I enjoyed the weather so much. God, look
I mean,
at
we've done a lot.
We've done so much. It's like Jesus. All right. So before we wrap up stream, let's talk really briefly. So what's the actual current objective in the game? Obviously, it's to stop serial killer, right? That's like
Yeah.
the overall main
For
objective.
Yako and them right now, it seems to just be also to figure out who did the Feast of Shadows.
I do find it very strange. Because the thing is that you can take as long as you want to do the Rite of Resurrection, right?
I guess, yeah.
That's actually a really good question now that I think about it. I'm really surprised that we haven't encountered a... Like, how do I phrase this? I'm really surprised that we haven't encountered somebody who has a cursed stone that just works at, like, a hospital. Or something, right? And, like, a person's, like, terminally ill, and so they curse them because they were gonna die anyway, you know? I'm really surprised.
Well,
that
I
we
don't know.
haven't
If the
encountered
stones, like, choose people, right? I don't know. You would have to just...
I don't know if the stones choose people. I think it's just like, were you in the right place at the right time, maybe. Although I'm not super sure. Maybe it does work that way, because it just so happened that Tetsuo, fucking straight edge, right to the point Tetsuo, got the one cursed stone that's all about being a good guy. That's pretty suspicious.
And if I remember, Yako was like, or Mio was like, yeah, Yako, your probably desire to, you know, resurrect Michio, what led you, the stone, to be like, yeah.
Attracted the stone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I guess that's fair. I don't know. I still just find it so weird that, like, Shogo's whole thing is just essentially a really long tutorial.
Yeah, I mean, it also introduces us to freaking Yako, right?
It introduced us to Yako and Haru. Actually, it introduced us to all three.
Yeah, so it's interesting.
I mean, obviously, Haru had, like, an actual encounter, but still. I don't know. Yeah, alright. Let's take a save. Alright. Well, that's a stream. Good night, Saba. I will either see you or not see you next weekend.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
Alright.
Alright,
Good
bye.
night.
Okay. Well, that's that then. Yeah. I'm gonna turn on the music. Here we go. Yay! So, potential stream either in the week, or I may not be able to stream at least for a little bit because I got a doctor thing I gotta do, and it may leave me unable to deal with stuff. So, or talk at least, not anything serious. Anyway, yep, that's it. Goodbye. See you later. Bye bye. Oh, sorry. The music wasn't on.